Because that's what happens when you make a ship out of green wood. It leaks.
Well, it means that we should never, ever take it up a canal.
So you scurvy undead pirates, which does any one name call out, or do I have to make an actual poll to vote?
I like the Reverend's Revenge.
That's not bad.
Because the pirate ship full of undead pirates needs a pirate shippy name. Arr.
Absolutely.
We're getting hung up on the name, but I mean, this is our first boat, so chances are we're gonna scuttle one or this one and then take another one.
Yes, but this is the first big decision.
And besides,
Yeah.
the name can go with you guys. I mean, you can always rechristen both.
Yes, like the Ardent Ravager 2.
What's
And by the time we're done, we might be up to like 20, which is...
Well, remember, if you scuttle your old boat, you don't have to make it a second. It's the first.
It just is.
You know, there's that old pirate way of, we'll set our old boat on fire, so we have to take this one. Arr.
I like the Reverend's Revenge or the Sailor's Lament.
That's just bad, Jess. That's just bad.
You do realize that 46 human corpses is going to start smelling very soon.
Oh, eventually you will find them, I mean. But,
yes. And that's part of my job, is trying to keep the place somewhat sanitary, despite the fact that everyone's dead.
Ardent Revengeance, sir? What?
I mean, I thought a certain somebody will see that Necrotite and go, ooh.
Oh, no, I saw all of it and went, ooh. I'm not really sure what red blasting powder is.
There's two different types. There's the stable and the unstable. The red happens to have a certain rodent that loves to eat it that explode.
Ooh.
Because Iron Kingdoms, they gotta make it fun.
So we can launch exploding rodents?
No, you don't even want to touch the exploding rodents.
I can't touch the exploding rodents.
Well, unless you use a bonus action to become tangible.
It's true. But they can't touch me.
Just tell a party not to grab small furry creatures that can explode.
I mean, you'd think you wouldn't have to tell them, but...
Well, okay, so my character is extremely smart, but has a wisdom of 10, so, which is still average for, but...
Sometimes he just doesn't make good decisions.
Yeah.
He can strap bone and steel.
I mean, that's the beauty of being undead. You don't have to make good decisions anymore.
So saith the captain.
It doesn't hurt, but it's not going to, kill you for long.
Yeah. That's how we learn.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody liking the Ardent Ravager?
Me! But that's because I came up with it.
Anybody else second the vote? Okay, what about...
I keep saying I like the Reverend's... Yeah. I keep saying I like the Reverend's Revenge or the Sailor's Lament.
I can go with the Revenant's Revenge.
And then we've got the...
Does anyone else have an opinion?
What was that, Jess?
I was asking if anyone else had an opinion here.
No, I'm kind of ambivalent about ship name.
And then there's the Revenant's Revenge, the Sailor's Lament, the Breath of the Damned, Night Slicer, and the Tattered Soul.
Revenant's Revenge. I'll throw my vote for that one.
Okay, Revenant's Revenge. Going once, going twice.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
The ship will now be known not as the ship, but it will be known as the Revenant's Revenge.
No longer shall it be called the ship. I mean, still
ship
will
now.
be.
It's a clipper ship. Used to be used for smuggling before you guys totally traded your keel hull boat, which is a teeny tiny rowboat, for the Revenant's Revenge, and you renamed it. You guys have pulled into Blackwater ports, one of the best ports in the Empire. It actually is where the normies, not just the creepy things, go. It's totally right here. There's actual breathing people and undead people and blighted people, so all kinds of cool stuff going on. Thankfully, since you are official pirateers, you can totally use the company docks, which are, painted all black and creepy. One of the few places where the vendors come out to you guys on the docks, willing to buy almost anything you have there. Your captain and who else went to go speak with your superior in the Black Fleet? Who would you take with you, Captain?
I was thinking I'd take the Bosun.
Good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't expect me to negotiate. I have 8 charisma.
Okay.
That's
So-
okay. I've got a 17.
I am realizing that I don't see a character sheet for me in the thing.
Oh.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
There is no Organ Ramsey.
I see it.
I see
I don't.
2 of them, but let's see what Jess did
Oh,
when
wow.
the character sheet was made. Oh, that's because only Jess can see it, because it's only in Jess's journal. Let's fix that.
Thank you.
I was trying to upload a picture for it, and then
Let's say, how about that? Now can you see it?
yes.
Somebody was being
Fantastic.
all selfish and keeping it to themselves. That was all.
Yeah. I have no idea how to. Anyways.
Okay, so you all have worked together for a while. You had a smaller boat. Either you scrapped or scullied it. And when you upgraded to this nicer, bigger boat that actually has 3 cannons, your gunnery, commander here is liking the fact that he's got 3 cannons with crews to work them. Now you have 20 crew on your crew here. Why did my map disappear? So just so you guys know, you need, since it is a sailing ship, you need 5 of your little NPC crews to be working the sails to keep the boat moving. You guys need 3 men to man each of the guns. So thankfully you have a few extra hands milling about doing their stuff. Most of your NPCs are pretty much low-B thralls that just grunt and do what you say. There are a few that are important. And your captain and bosun will definitely be coming back with another crewmate.
So what you're saying is we shouldn't mutiny and sail off right now.
You totally could, but there will be some recompense. Especially when the captain looks at the bosun and says, "Kill me so I can pop back up on the ship and kill the mutineers."
Yeah.
Yeah. Help saying these things.
And all of you that have the loci ability, speaking of dying and coming back to life on the ship, have you picked what your loci are? Whether it's an item, a person, or a thing like the ship? Make sure on your character sheet you put what your loci is, so that way, because at higher levels you get multiple loci, so that could be a cool thing there. Like it could be the pistol you carry as well as the boat. Then
you would get to choose.
Yep. Because you basically flow back as an invisible, intangible spirit, and when you get to your loci, you hit the respawn button. Because there's nothing cooler than having a character that respawns.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't either. Well, I think you do. I don't know if we went over that.
Basically, if
Yes.
you're a Deathbound Revenant or a Spector, you have that ability.
Yeah, I'm not that.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
there's always room for promotion.
I'm a necromancer, so.
Yeah.
There's always room for promotion. Okay, so where should I put that?
So,
Oh, here.
Captain and Bosun, as you guys are off doing your thing, is there anything while your crew is finishing up reprovisioning the ship? Anything you're ordering them to do while you're gone? Or are you just giving them permission to go ashore?
How about a full inspection of the ship?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So we should check it to make sure that it's seaworthy to go back out onto the sea, because we did trade up. So maybe do a full top to bottom 12-point inspection here.
We'll do an
Check the
ISO
plugs,
9000.
check the
of it.
sparks.
So the question is, who's going to be doing the one with the perception check there? And or are you guys splitting up? Because I'm sure you can totally trust your thralls to do an adequate job, but there's a reason why you guys are the officers of the ship.
I got perception with 4, so I'd say I'm going to investigate the cannons. I'm going to also check out the powder and the powder storage to make sure that all my stuff that goes kablooey is not going to Wile E. Coyote us.
Okay, go ahead and give me your perception check. Interesting that you mentioned the powder supply. I like that. I'm just looking for you to roll a 15 or better. I'm just saying. Because that's don't forget to add your perception on your character sheet. And remember, you can click on the word perception on your character sheet, and it'll roll it with your bonuses in there.
You want me to just re-roll it then?
Yeah, if you want, or you can just tell me what your perception bonus is. Either or.
It's 4.
It's your first roll, after all.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, if you put your cursor over anything and it turns red, you can click it and it'll roll it.
I see. Just,
Oops.
Like that, yeah.
Exactly like that. And it will always roll with advantage or disadvantage, but it's always the first number that counts. So needless to say, while our gunner checks out the guns and where the powder's kept, which you have roughly enough for about 20 shots with your 3 cannons. It's not a lot. But thankfully, when you're inspecting the powder keg situation, because you're just like super excited, you're not limited to just a ballista like you were before, because that sucked. Thank God for an upgrade. So with these beautiful 12-pound cannons, you do discover that where the powder kegs are kept, there was a secret compartment with 20 80-pound barrels of blasting powder. I mean, that's like a year's worth of cannon powder. That's plenty. Of course, you could always sell some of them if you want. Each barrel's about 80 gold pieces. I mean, your captain doesn't know about them yet. You totally found out there's a little dumbwaiter into the secret compartment when you shoved one of your guys down the dumbwaiter, and they're like, "Hey, boss, there's 20 kegs down here." So
tell everybody they claim this powder in the name of the ship, and that this will go to the ship and the ship alone, and I will not tolerate stealing of the powder.
This here is my powder, especially since your character does have the skills of a gunsmith. You can totally use that powder to make bullets too.
Hey, if worse comes to worse, we can wrap a thrall around the powder and I could battering ram him across the other ship.
Hey, you've also got some people that can throw some stuff. I mean, your Ogren gunsmith here's got a freaking cannon as his sidearm. And is anyone
and you said it was
else
20?
20. If you look in the description of the ship, if you click edit to read the description page, it's down there as 20 80-pound barrels of blasting powder.
Yep.
Half of it is
And
black,
secret
half
hold
of it is red.
and hidden hold 3.
So, I want to do an inspection of the ship and make sure that it's, clean and there's not any rot around or rodents or anything.
Oh, the search for the rodents.
Yes.
Okay.
If I find any rodents, I can, of course, use them for various purposes. But
go ahead and
let's
give
roll.
us your perception check, which
19.
conveniently you follow your undead nose as you're like, I'm looking for any rotten things. I thought we ordered the thralls to scrub the ship clean. For some reason, the captain wants the ship clean instead of old, moldy, and rotten. And maybe you guys don't know it, but it's really because he doesn't want the ship salty. You actually find in one of the hollow walls of the hole, there is a stash of 46 corpses. And since you are in Blackwater, which is one of those places where the guys literally show up with a wagon and they have chalkboard that will gladly say 25 gold each for a corpse. You could sell it right off the boat right now if you wanted.
I would, if I was there, I would say sell some of them, for ship funds.
Well,
are we able to have them resurrected?
The two awful evil people find.
Well, we don't need 46 for that.
Well, I want to pick among them and see if there's any interesting corpses here.
And you want to keep a couple of parts models.
They seem very nondescript.
Oh.
Yeah, but how would we preserve them outside of salt?
Salt or magic, yeah.
Magic, not salt.
I like that things, okay? So if there was an interesting corpse, I was going to keep it.
I would say keep 10 of them.
But
hey, I'm not there, so you can ignore anything I say.
Yeah. I guess I'll bring this up with my who else is it? We have the gunner and we have the
Your
cook.
fellow officers?
Yeah.
Yes, my fellow officers. Trying to remember which ones are still on the ship.
The cook is an officer?
Yes. In my mind, yes.
Very important job.
On an undead ship.
It is just three of us: the gunner, the cook, and the surgeon.
Because don't forget, your cook is also the ship's brewer.
True.
Yes.
Well, isn't there also a first mate, but that's an NPC?
That's going to be an NPC, yeah.
What was Brian's
the first mate is
position again?
Brian is the first mate. He's just very sick right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
And that's totally how I'm pulling him off the boat right now.
Yeah. I just said he's, somebody he ate didn't agree with his stomach. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking advantage of role playing here and letting the cook know, among other people, that there's a bunch of dead bodies on the ship.
Well, yeah, that brings up. It would be great for me to check the status of our provisions on the ship, and maybe I could store some of the dead bodies there because that could be useful. I mean, I know what I like to eat.
I just love the way that conversation starts, though. Hey, there's a bunch of dead bodies on the ship. Looks around.
Oh, yeah, bring them into the kitchen.
Put them in the larder. Hang them off the meat hooks.
Yeah, hang them off the meat hook. Smoke them. Dry them out.
Throw that horrible smoked pork away and put the bodies in there.
So what are we having today? Smoked soulless today.
You could recruit one
tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's all gray meat. So, I mean, what do you guys do with it? You found out there, obviously these smugglers you murdered and took the ship from were not the best people if they had secret hole full of corpses. Of course, then again, looking where you are in Blackwater in the Nightmare Kingdom, corpses are currency.
Yes. Well, I mean, the barrels of the powder are intrinsically useful to us. We can use it on it, but we basically did just stumble across currency. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm not exactly rolling a coin at the moment. So what we could do is you could definitely barter some of these bodies to try to see what upgrades are available for our ship. I mean, we're only walking 3 guns for the ship. And in your check of the ship, did you find any rot? Did you find anything that did need to be repaired for the ship?
Thankfully, in his check, the ship is in great condition. I mean, you guys have been patching up the bullet holes you put in the ship, and other than that, the ship is in good condition.
All right. So.
Better now that you found out there's at least 2 secret smuggling cargo holes, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we should probably keep the bodies.
Captain for, permission to before selling these, but, if the Master Gunner wants to, I will not oppose him.
I believe that we should do it for the good of the ship. That's what my thought is. That the reason why I'm keeping these barrels of powder is not so simply I can make myself rich, but to keep them on the ship. These corpses don't do us any good if we can't bring them back for extra crew, or we can't trade them. If anybody lines their pockets, that's going to be between them and the captain. But if we're going to bring these to shore and trade and barter them so that we can enhance ourselves and enhance the ship, I believe that's our best bet.
All right, let's go sell them.
I mean, they really are just ballast at this point.
These markets, so.
I mean, yeah. Keeping a few for parts is fine, but we need 46.
No.
I mean, you were wondering why the ship was laying deep in the water with no cargo in it, and now you're figuring out why.
Yeah.
Because 46 bodies is a bit of weight.
As we unload the bodies, do we notice that the ship is still laying a little bit lower than it should be?
I would give you guys yes for that, since you are capable seamen.
So how tightly were the bodies packed in? How large is that secret storage place?
It's basically like a hollow in the wall of the cargo area, so they were packed in pretty tight. So basically, your thralls are going to have a little conveyor line of passing the bundled up corpses that were like ritually tied up at the wrists and the ankles. They were tied up to be as compact as possible, so they could be fit in there. Because the Nightmare Kingdom sucks.
Yeah, but it's home.
I want to keep one for my own purposes. Does the cook want to put a bid on any that he wants to keep?
Yeah, let's keep one just in case for.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going out. Someone's gonna go out to the Harker with the wagon and the top hat and say, "You, sir, I have a deal for you. I have 44 corpses to sell."
I guess what we're doing is 43. I may save one for the Necromancer as well, just out of civility. So 43 corpses. Maybe make it an even 42. That's the answer.
Even 42. Okay, creepy guy comes up with his.
I see what you did there.
His 2 ogres pulling this giant wagon he's got here that's got spikes and chains and meat hooks, and he's like, "What do you have to sell today, sir?"
Well, ma'am, but I have some, let's call them fresh off the boat corpses, prepared in an interesting fashion, but what can I say about their condition? Do I need to roll a medicine check for that, or?
They're old rotten corpses. You don't need to check for that.
All right, they're old rotten corpses. Perfect for any sort of reanimation that you may want to do, or other projects of that sort.
Excellent. And how much are you wanting for these corpses? I could take at least 40 of them for now and come back with we can strap 2 extra on there. I think we can, boys. How much are you looking for? He kind of gives you the keen eye, and I'm totally gonna go for a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Let's see what I can roll with that. That is not one of my strong suits.
As a ship on the Black Duck, I will give you the fair trade. And he looks over at his chalkboard. That's the little chalk slate on the side of what the price is. And currently, it's 25 gold per corpse if in usable conditions. And he says, I will gladly pay you 25 gold, but I need to bring the corpses up to the change box up at the shipmaster. And he points way up on these rickety docks. You see the shipmaster's big building, where, of course, that's fairly common business that you wouldn't be walking down the docks with that much cash on you. You know, the shipmaster's shop is where a lot of the official trade is going. And, you know, lots of bodyguards protecting coin. Because we are in the Nightmare Empire. You could slit someone's throat and drop them in the water, and nobody would really complain.
I'm going to interject on that because I came with a cook. How about we go with you? Because this is a large harvest of flesh here, and I want to make sure that we get our coin in return for this.
Excellent! That big fellow there can come with and carry the extra corpses. And of course, you know, we have this little montage of you guys using the wenches and the block and tackle to drop the corpses, and, you know, like fish being harvested in the net onto the cart. A couple get speared on it, a couple hang off by the chains, and he gladly has the two of you follow him as long as our master gunner will carry 2 corpses on his shoulder. And you guys go up there, and you get 1,050 gold from their lockbox. They're even nice enough to provide you a tiny, tiny lockbox with that much cash. Because we're talking, you know, a heck of a lot of products.
Yeah.
There's a thrall, a neurosurgeon sitting there licking his lips as you guys come in with that many bodies. I'm going to make thralls for days. Heck, our soon-to-be neurosurgeon is thinking, I should have kept more bodies.
Yeah, I was thinking keep like 10 of them, but okay.
You weren't there.
As you totally have one of those tiny chests. You know, it's the chest that's about the size of a tiny keg. You know, our gunner could easily hold that on one fist, or, you know, you could carry it on your shoulder.
I put the on my shoulder, and I'm holding my cannon in my other hand just to make sure that the intimidation is there, that we're not here to be robbed.
Nice. Do me a favor. This intimidation is a powerful currency. Give me just a general intimidation to see how intimidating you are. That's pretty good intimidation there. And it's getting you to use your skills, see. So you guys, you know, you snarl and growl, and the two of you come back to the ship, getting on the gangplank, and the plank, the gangplank that you guys use to get back on the ship sags just a bit more with this chest of 1,000 gold pieces.
Okay, we just unloaded about 3,000 pounds of flesh from this ship.
Yeah.
You know, desiccated, give or take some. Why is our ship still sitting so low in the water? Only 2 of us came back. I'm holding the chest of gold. Why? Something is on the ship that is making this sit lower and lower in the water. And I think we all need to go through this boat nail by nail, by plank, because it is sitting way too low in the water.
Luckily, I specialize in investigation. If you want to roll that.
Okay. So since the two of you have had this conversation, where do you, by the way, stash the cash?
Captain's chamber.
Captain, does your crew have, do your officers have keys to get in there? That's purely a choice thing. It's up to you.
Captain?
Oh,
Captain, my captain.
Sorry, I had stopped paying attention.
Do you trust your officers with a copy of the keys to the captain's quarters? Or are you super paranoid, and since you can walk through walls, you keep the door nailed shut?
No, I do trust. Yes, yeah, one of them would have a copy of the key at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can easily enough go and stash it down down below decks in the captain's quarters, just to make sure it's nice and safe.
Yeah. Sounds good. It would be. I don't want to know what the results would be of like making over 1,000 gold pieces and then losing it.
Of course, if I ever come back and find my quarters strewn with salt, heads will roll.
Yeah. Luckily, our chef does not use a lot of salt.
Since we have the extra thralls, I'm going to tell one of them to stand guard at the door just in case the captain gets back.
Yeah.
And the thrall kind of comes up with its little boarding hook stick and just slouches there with its jaw slacked open. Just remember, they're simple, but they follow orders to the T.
Good help is so hard to make.
Yeah.
I'll totally pop you guys over so you can see the ship.
Nice.
And since you two have stashed the cash and you've been cooperating with each other, it sounds like you're working together to investigate why is the ship still sitting so low? Why is she listing so deep when we basically pulled all the cargo she had off of her?
Yeah.
And the fact you've discovered at least 2 secret hulls, one which contained humans or humanoids, the other which contained powder. There might be something else here.
All right. Would you like me to roll investigation for searching the ship?
Yep, and go ahead and do it with advantage.
All right. Thank you for the advantage. I roll a natural 1 and an 18.
Oof, that's a spread. You guys go down to the cargo hole, and usually in most ships this size, there's going to be ballast. Usually it's just rock thrown in there. And you're just like, this ship is too goddamn heavy for its own good. And you cleverly discovered that under a small layer of gravel, there is black painted bits of a shiny greenish stone, which is necrotite, which, by the way, is super valuable, burns better than coal. The Nightmare Empire's mechanical monstrosities can burn necrotite better than coal can be used for steamjacks in the Iron Kingdoms.
Yeah. Clearly, we should sell all of this before the Necromancer gets back, too.
And there's roughly about 2,000 pounds of the stuff here, which is worth about 6 gold a pound, which is a freaking fortune. This would not be something you can unload instantly. You can unload it. People will want to buy this. But it's not something that you can be unloaded instantly because it would require carts and carts to come and get this stuff.
It occurs to me we also have a problem of if we have this much money, we're going to have to protect this much money too.
And just as you two look at it and you go, huh, as you clink 2 rocks together and it breaks open into glowing green necrotite, and you're just like, huh, there's a fortune in necrotite here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking, what?
Oh, shit.
You just did the math, didn't you?
Well, I also just did the math that, like, this was probably being shipped to someone who might be upset that their shipment didn't get there.
Hey, that is a thing. When you're in the land of pirates.
Did we just snatch somebody's crown jewels?
Yeah.
I mean, necrotite happens naturally and can be harvested. So, and this ship, when you guys took it, was not running its, the Nightmare Empire flag. So it was free. It was free for picking. So you don't need to worry about that. I mean, I'm sure.
So did we steal from somebody who stole it?
This was a smuggler ship, so you basically jacked somebody's ride and killed them without asking questions. So you don't need to worry about that.
Okay, I feel like the amount of money that we just came into, this is also. I mean, we thought that maybe the unloading corpses could have painted a target on the back of our heads. I feel that this will definitively paint a target on the back of our heads because of this small ship comes into port, unloads 1,000 gold worth of corpses right off the bat, and then we're gonna start maybe unloading like necrotite right off the bat in large quantities. If anything, we could probably unload some of it just to see who's buyers or just kind of figure out who might be interested in this. But I don't think we should unload this at any type of volume because I think that's going to attract some attention we don't want.
I'm inclined to agree
Well
with you.
said.
Yeah.
Do any of you have connections in this port that might have might deal in stolen goods? I mean, you are pirates.
Yes.
And the beauty is the woodworker just finished changing the ship's name by carving the old name into the Revenge. The last letters go chinking into the water with the chisel and the hammer. It's a new boat now.
Yep. No, I'm not. I know necrotech stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know black market necrotech.
Well, I know it from the wrong angle, but not from the right one. I know it from the angle of like I don't want to be involved with that. Again.
Well, actually, how about this? Is there like any of the mechanics or what they call the necrotechs that we could maybe speak into? Because from what I understand, it's like a lot of this stuff can be used to enhance a vessel. I mean, because we don't have any type of engine or anything. We're just running off sails, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Well, we pull in the port. Maybe what we should do is maybe quietly look for some necrotechs or maybe just the mechanics and see what might be available for our ship, and maybe we could do some bartering that way. Not unload anything, but maybe just kind of see what we can do. Because I mean, if we can't really spend a lot of this stuff, maybe we can use it.
Yeah. Maybe someone could come on and we could like give them some necrite in exchange for doing some upgrades. They can leave with a heavier bag than they came with.
I mean, technically, your Bosun is a necrotech who does have contacts.
Yeah. We just have to wait for him to get back.
Especially when you look at him and say, "Oh, by the way, look what we found." And he'd be like, "No, mine. I need every ounce of it."
Let's dump it into the water. They'll solve all the problems.
And you'll totally notice.
You will be going with it.
You'll totally notice on the ship.
In smaller pieces.
I have added the 3 cannons for our cannon master to go ahead and put where he wants them.
We did.
Shit, we could start shooting. We could start shooting this necro stuff at people with the amount that we have.
You would not want to put it in the barrel because bad things would happen.
That's what I want to happen. It's bad things.
It burns like phosphorus.
Okay.
Just a little slower burn. As the weapons master in the ship will say, "Who ruined the barrels of our cannons?"
Yeah,
is there any way I could make those into shells?
Yeah, I was thinking that because that stuff is toxic to living beings.
Yep, it will cause blight.
We can design our own white phosphor. Oh boy.
Well, I mean, not against another ship, but against a port.
Yeah.
Or a fort.
Heck, just dump a couple, pounds in a water area. You can poison the well.
Yeah. Well, who's up for war crimes?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Well, part of my thing is I'm trying to find the captain that was a privateer for one of the kingdoms, so I'm okay with committing that as long as it brings me closer to my goal of bringing him out. So I think this would be a good way to maybe attract some attention, because if we're trying to pirate stuff, part of that is we're going to want to attract attention, so that way we can try to get upgrades or upgrade the ride.
This is true. And speaking of upgrades, as we screen swiped all this happening on the ship, you see your Captain and Bosun sitting in a beautiful library in a building that looks like it was made from an old ship that was cut into pieces to be turned into a big, beautiful mansion at the top of the hill. Has a beautiful shot down, and you just see this old, withered Revenant sitting in his chair. He's got one mechanical leg. He's sitting there and he's just looking out at the harbor. Big red hat with a massive red plume that's like 3 feet long. And he looks over to the captain and says, "Captain, it's good to see you up and about." And he just smiles in a creepy way with his open cheeks, showing his teeth. He just looks super creepy. And says, "So I would like to thank you in advance for doing this favor for Blackwater."
My lord, you know that I serve solely solely at your pleasure.
Oh, you don't know how it makes my old bones feel warm and living again to hear you say that.
It won't be for long.
So I have a little lost sheep I need some help with.
I see. How lost is this sheep?
I believe you know my little seer, my little songbird. And of course, immediately when he the Duke, even though he is an admiral, he calls himself the Duke. Totally, there's a story there, but he's an undead that's been undead for 100 years. You had to fly him with something to get that story out. As you remember, he had a little elf that he used to keep in a cage, little pirate type cage we'd see the pirates being executed in. And you know from reputation that she's a oracle. And one of his most trusted people, even though he kept her pretty much under lock and key. And he just looks at you and says, "So my seer told me she needed to go to a specific place at a specific time, and wouldn't you know it, I lost track of her when she went to that place at that time. And I need someone I can trust."
Well, you know you can trust me.
And then he, takes a long, pour of this nice brandy, and he pours a glass for you and your bosun, and he fingers one your direction, kind of, and snickers at the whole Spector with glass of booze. And he says, "You don't grow my age. Trust in many folks, but more importantly, I know I can depend on you, if not trust you." And he kind of gives you a wink, you think, because it was obviously with the patch-covered eye.
Yeah, well, we've done this dance before. Yes, but what is in it for me and my crew? Because this kind of thing will take resources.
"Oh, but I saw that pretty lady down at port." And he kind of gestures with his bony finger right where you're docked. I mean, you totally saw this one coming. "I see this pretty new boat that she doesn't have a mark of the Nightmare Kingdom on her yet. I'm thinking she'd be perfect for this job. Would ye be willing to do me a favor here? And of course, you'll be compensated proudly."
And you will owe me a favor. What do you think? Lean over to the bosun. Do you think our crew's up to this?
I think we can handle one little elf.
One little elf that's going to know we're coming.
As he snickers and gets up, and you just hear his mechanical leg make this squeaky, rusty sound. As he whacks it a couple times to get it moving smoothly, as he goes over and whips out a chart, and he says, "So, Terror of the Tempest, you'll be perfect for this job."
Where did you lose your little toy?
As he conveniently at that exact moment whips out a map and puts it down on the table. And of course, you know you're here at Blackwater. You may want to spread the map out.
Yeah.
As he says,
Aye.
"It's a simple job. You just need to get in that pretty new lady of yours and go just a little."
Oops.
The bosun tries to stab him.
No, that's bludgeoning. I'm having a hard time getting bludgeoning in that little tiny space.
I need you to take your boat and go about 200 miles east-northeast. And of course, you as a captain with your navigation skill know that means directly through the Barrel Branch, and it's over in this area over here. And yes, we'll totally be drawing on this map, and we'll be doing it in blood red ink.
That means I gotta change. Damn. I don't want to be orange.
He splashes some of the brandy on the map, which puts a reddish smear right there, and he says, "But that's not the problem. You see, that's not where I lost my little songbird seer. I actually lost her over in the White Shark Reef." And he gets a pin out and puts a big red X over here. "One of my less trustworthy captains," and he spits on the floor. Obviously, you're getting the idea that the captain's dead.
Yeah.
"Was over there taking her to where she wanted to go when she was lost. You see, you know as well as I do that both these locations," he drags his finger across the map, leaving a big old hooked nail indent in the map, "are contested waters with the Cygnar Empire." And he spits again, just on reflex. Splashes some more brandy in his mouth and looks at both of you guys and gestures for you to drink. "So I have one of my crew member left of that ship who supposedly says she was captured here. The Widow's Whale was the name of that ship. She was a cute little fast cutter. She had 8 guns and pretty much no room for cargo. But she was going to get my songbird where she needed to go." And you totally notice he's not mentioning where she needed to go exactly.
No.
"But this warship harassed her for a few miles before this lickspittle fell off the boat," he says, "and was fished out of the waters by another one of our ships. And then when he got here, he said that somehow this Signarian rabble-rouser, pirate hunter they call them, captured the ship. The ship's by the name of the HMS Lightbearer." And he kind of squints at you like you know what that means. "If you'd like to give me a history check with disadvantage, you totally can."
I'll do it.
Okay. Nice. Well, nice.
A 12.
Well, considering I got sick, yeah, I get it.
Basically, you have heard of her. You know that she is a responder class warship, and she basically is known for harassing pirates as well as members of the Nightmare Empire. You totally know that she's one of those douchey good guys in their douchey blue and silver motif that fight the good fight.
Lame.
And when the captain doesn't make your captain, I should say, doesn't make any gestures that he recognizes the name, he continues on saying, "She was captured here, but thanks to my sources and the fact that the bringer has a reputation for pirate hunting, I know for a fact that she'll be here this time of year now that the currents have changed. I want you to go to that ship. I don't care if you scully her, if you capture her, or you just burn her, or bore her into the sea." And of course, boring, is the going underwater with the drill and drilling holes in the bottom of the boat. It's totally a thing Undead do.
Yep.
What type of ship did you say she was?
She's a responder class warship.
And she was the HMS Lightbringer?
She's the HMS Lightbearer.
Bearer.
I have a feeling she has a few more guns than we do.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah, she's a warship. She does have more guns than you and a few more crew, but not many. You'd figure probably 5 more crew than you, but basically it's a few Marines, sailors, maybe a steam jack, like one of the Mariner steam jacks. Those are easy. Knock it in the water, the boiler explodes. You're fine.
We're more nimble and faster than her, though.
Exactly. And he basically says, with that little cutter you've got down there, I think you could swim circles around her and get what I need gotten, if you get what I mean. I wouldn't expect you to go out of your way like this without recompense. And I totally understand with my black withered unbeating heart that you have to maintain business, so I'm not putting a time clock on you. But I'm a realistic man. My bones, as undead as they are as real as any tree. And he knocks on the wood, little taboo thing you must have. And it says, here's what I'll make you a deal. We go back too far to talk of sums of coins and things as such. But if you bring back my seer, I'll reward you with coins. Know that for sure. And more work. And maybe even a better commission than what you have now. As you totally know, back at the ship you've got a Black Fleet flag. You can strike your colors, but you're not like anything important in the Black Fleet, so bigger pirates can pick on you and get away with it. Jerks.
For now.
But that Cirrus songbird of mine, she had a knack of writing things down in the elven tongue. And I myself don't speak Ixian, and I'm not knowing if any of your crew does, but she should have a few steam chests full of journals when she writes down her visions and dreams and whatnots that she does. And he totally reaches, under his shirt and his big captain's coat, and he pulls off a little leather necklace and just like pulls the cord and snaps it and slides it across the little table next to your glass that you've, I'm assuming, untouched so far.
So far.
And a little silver locket pops open, and you totally see a picture of her. You recognize her right off the bat. And the armor graft that she's got on one arm, basically big necrotech mechanical arm on one arm. There's a story there. If you return her, I'll reward you. If you return with her journals, I'll reward you in case she's no longer with us. And she's dead, and I'd understand that. Death's just the beginning with us. And he looks at you guys and toasts with his glass and takes a swish that kind of drools at his open cheek holes. Bring back her bones so I can have her brought back to us from a certain point of view. But if you can bring both her personage, and by that he means live or dead, and her journals, I'll offer you one free upgrade at the dry docks. And he points over and you see the Necrotech foundries belching their bluish green smog and smoke. One free upgrade of your choice. And when he says that, he just squints his one good eye at you like he is dead serious.
That
And if you can't do that, I'll still accept your word as a captain in the fleet. If you weren't able to take her, I understand, but confirmation at the very least.
Oh, you'll have your songbird and her books. Where my name isn't Artemis McFowl.
And he kind of looks at you, and he holds he's almost got like a Charleston Heston smile, that big gritty smile, and he holds that smile at you like he's not sure if it's a joke or not until his teeth start to chatter a bit.
I'm just looking at you like, wait, what?
You think I'm stupid enough to give him my real name? Of course my name's not Artemis McFowl. But you'll get your songbird. That's a good reward.
And he gets
And you'll owe me a favor.
And he smiles at that one. Give me a persuasion. And you do have advantage because the captain really wants this done and really wants this done by somebody who won't talk about it.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
As he looks at you and he says, well then, Artemis, I'll give Artemis a favor. And he snickers at you with a glinty little seaman's eye and gestures for you to drink and not waste the good brandy. And tell your man that he's good to drink it too.
Oh, I've been slamming this stuff.
Do you go tangible and drink the brandy?
You know what? I'll seal the deal. Yes, I will go tangible and drink the brandy.
And as soon as you do, he clinks glasses with you and says, to a successful endeavor, and may your ship come back even deeper in the water from your trip out there.
Aye. Much deeper.
As his little quip there tells you that he recognizes that your ship's listing pretty deep for something that's supposedly coming into port empty.
Yeah, I'm still wondering about that myself. I'm not saying that out loud though, but I am still wondering. Speaking of which, we do have a crew to get back to. They tend to misbehave without the bosun watching them.
A good bosun's worth his weight in necrotite.
Well, I don't weigh that much, so that's not saying anything. Of course, with the armor, I weigh a lot more. So,
but then again, even if you only weigh 65 pounds in necrotite, that's still pretty.
That's only 306. That's like 400 gold. That's not much.
That's true. Why do I keep you around?
It's better than the 25 gold for a corpse.
Because I can make a new crew.
That's true. You are good for recruiting.
You want to keep him around just long enough till he can start, manufacturing crew.
Yeah. All right then. What more can you tell me? What haven't you told me about this?
Well,
now that I've gone and agreed.
If and you can find where the widow's whale is, I'm assuming these pirate hunters would have probably scullied the ship if they couldn't have kept her. I mean, I doubt no mortal crew could have driven that ship. I'd reward you for its location if you could find it. If they scullied her or beached her up on some island somewhere.
Oh,
Opportunity to go diving.
And he immediately like slams his mechanical foot into the ground and says, "Speaking of which, you need that lily-livered sea dog that slipped away like an eel off its boat." And immediately when he slams his boot on the ground 3 loud times, the side privacy door slides open, and 2 guys like shove this wretched-looking revenant. He's got the typical sailor cap covering his skull, and he's pretty browbeaten looking, and he just kind of like steps forward and looks down at the ground and kind of pulls off his bandana on his head and holds it in his hand like a good sailor in front of officers. This piece of Folsom is Shawl. He's to go with you because he can recognize the widow's wail.
I'm not even going to look at a captain that can't keep hold of its own cargo. I'm just
he's
going to.
not the captain. He's just the old first mate.
Oh.
He's the one that says the widow's wail was out in just to the northeast of White Shark Reef. Supposedly he can read charts, but that's up for you to find out if his tongue is worth keeping in his mouth or not. And you can totally see from the guy's shirt, he's got some fresh stab wounds.
Yeah.
As an undead, he's been treated a little badly.
Are those? Is that your work, or did he have those when he came back?
Oh, that was my work for the disappointment of losing my little songbird and finding out that he himself survived the battle by being knocked overboard. And he mockingly waves his head at the guy, and the guy just like looks down. You can see he's just like wilting in front of you guys. And Captain, it's purely at your captain's pleasure if he makes it back to port. Do you hear that, Skull? This here's your captain. He's to decide your fate. If you're helpful, he might let you make it back here. If he's not, he might wrap you in chains and throw you overboard with an anchor. And that would just be bad for an undead. I think every undead sailor has that nightmare of being trapped in sails or chains and sunk to the bottom. That would suck.
That would. But,
Well, look at what it did to Bootstrap.
Exactly. All
What
right.
say ye, Captain? Will you take this waste of everything? And he just like looks at the guy and just shakes his head.
It'll be useful for something, I'm sure. And if not, well, we have plenty of chains.
And the guy just like totally wilts.
Okay. So there's a window that oversees the harbor, right?
A huge, beautiful, wide window.
Glass?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to open it up.
Okay, there's quite a few. It literally looks like a ship's cabin at the back of the ship.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to open it up and beckon the, what is it? Shit for brains? What was your name? Shaw. Come here.
Shaw, sir. And he kind of shyly comes up with you, all intimidated by your armor and
you
shit.
See that brand? You see that brand new looking boat over there?
And he totally looks.
Okay.
and you see his eyes kind of wander down the harbor as he doesn't quite spot which one you're talking about.
Okay,
I mean,
the one
there
with the
is,
white sails. It hasn't been corrupted yet. Kind of looks semi-normal.
The clean one you get.
You see it.
as it takes him a second, but he's like, "Aye, sir, aye."
Okay, I'm gonna pat him on the back. Okay, I want you to meet us over there. Have a nice trip.
Damn. And he, damn.
It's a good lesson.
He is chaotic evil.
But it's a good lesson.
Wow, he rolled
but
really well for that falling damage.
holy
As
moly.
what does your battering ram spell look like when you fire it off?
Just like I don't know.
I mean, it's totally up to you. It's your flavor text.
Yeah. Just kind of like a
Okay.
bluish tinted, gust of wind that just shoots out real fast. Yeah.
And he goes flying heels over head, and there's a loud crash down below. And immediately, this horrible creaking sound that takes a second for you both to realize is the Duke bent over, hand on his knees. The mechanical knee is creaking because he has a silent belly laugh going where he looks like he's either dry heaving or it takes that second to realize he is laughing his ass off. And just slaps that knee that helps it get it to full straight. And he just starts cackling and says, "For your sake, I hope he's still got at least one eye that works to spot my ship." But
I'm sure I can find one. I'm sure I can
was
find one to
funny.
shove back in there.
That Memetes was funny. And he totally snaps a finger at the two guys that pushed him into the room that were hiding behind the little sliding hidden door and says, "A bottle of Captain's Select. Bring it here." And his guys go and bring out a really nice looking bottle of some kind of brown liquor. And he hands it to your bosun and says, "For the laugh." That was funny.
But
Okay.
if you shattered his jaw, you're going to replace it out of your own pocket because we need to be able to speak with him.
Oh, I'm sure somebody could fix him.
But you're paying for it, is what I'm saying.
This is how I get all my money. This is why he has no money and I have so much. So he keeps paying for the repairs that he does to the crewmates.
Come on, that was funny though.
I don't think it's funny. I'm just saying that in character, my character is like, okay.
Revenant cannon.
Gold, I'll put the thrall back together.
It's funny, but you're still paying for it.
I'll put them back together.
So we have a nice little screen swipe as the captain and Bosun are getting back on the boat.
What did Duke give me a bottle of?
A really nice brandy, the captain's private stock.
Okay, bottle of brandy. There we go.
Bottle of brandy, quote, good stuff.
And I'm probably one of well, actually, I think most of us could drink it and enjoy it, but
yeah, but you don't have to share.
No.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't care.
You could give it to the cook and he can make something with it.
No.
Not cooking brandy, I know.
I'll use it for an anesthetic for me while I operate on him.
Anesthetic.
It's like, how many animes is that from? How many space animes is the doctor drunk?
Did it start with MASH?
Oh,
Hey, that is
the
true.
irresponsible Captain Tyler.
Yeah.
So you guys get back to the boat. You see everything looks pretty shipshape. You know, your thralls are on autopilot like Roombas cleaning the deck because the captain always wants the deck cleaned. Not a smidge of salt spray anywhere.
Did the new cabin boy show up?
As he has not shown up yet. He's getting there a little slower than you guys. I mean, he
I
does only
gave him
have
a
like
head start.
8 hit points left from that fall.
I gave him a head start.
And of course, you guys did get to take the coach that Duke supplied.
How long did it take to get back?
Oh, you guys got back in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So wait a minute.
What?
No,
No, I asked because Warcasters recover their spells really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was my objection was the fact that for the coach to do me any good, I got to manifest. Otherwise, it's just I'm gonna have to float along with it.
You're floating inside as it's moving.
Sucks to be you, Captain. It was a nice ride.
Yeah, well.
Life
Okay,
favors the corporal.
so do you guys let the captain and bosun know about what treasure you found?
That's not the important part.
So that's a no.
Yeah, the ship seems a little
I do
different.
let them know. My personal chaotic alignment makes this hard.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Character's lawful alignment means I have to tell you.
I mean,
As
you
the
did put a
lawful-
new chest into my office, so
Yes,
Yeah.
Captain. We found several bodies stored within inside the vessel, and we were able to offload them at the corpse merchants. We were able to get a profit of 1,050 gold. However, there is
Bodies?
also
How many did you keep?
We have 2 for you, myself, and there's 1 in the cook's.
Yeah, I might need some of those parts
pantry.
for the new cabin boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
However, there is also another matter that we need to discuss. We seem to have found a hidden treasure at the base of the boat.
Maybe we should show you. Because I'm not sure I want to speak it out loud here in front of even the dimmest thralls.
Hey, that's sensible. I mean, you're
Yeah.
officers. You talk in private.
Yes.
Well, I have a brand new bottle of brandy. We could talk it over.
Very
Drinks
well.
are on me.
Sure.
lead on.
I'm
Lead on,
sure
laddies.
this isn't part of normal liquor.
I'll take it out and wave it around.
You
Okay, I'm impressed.
I made the Duke laugh. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Which is why I need the body parts.
Yeah, all you need to do is fix his head. The rest of them we don't care about.
Maybe a arm so we can point which way we're going.
He's got as long as his tongue works.
Anyways, so come down here. Let us show you something so interesting about, how our ship is so poorly constructed. It has this big heavy weight in it that you should really look at. Oh shit, guys, this is worth a lot of money.
Okay.
As soon as we get out of earshot of anyone, it's like, guys, there's a lot of necrotite down there. Like, a lot.
Like how much?
Like
3,000 pounds.
1.5 tons.
you shouldn't be telling tales to your captain like that.
Would you like? That's why I wanted you to come down here and look at it. Well, one reason.
Hell of a lot of tonnage.
We have an interesting problem here.
And when he takes you
How
down,
is it a problem?
picks up the rocks that you thought were just ballast stones, at the bottom of the ship. Obviously, somebody dumped all the ballast stones out of the ship and put this in its place. I mean, it's the most expensive ballast you could ever have.
Oh.
Also the most volatile.
Oh,
not.
also in other news, we need to buy new ballast.
And by
Otherwise
new
our ship will
ballast,
fly up, you're all dead.
you mean pull up on a beach somewhere and just pick up rocks in the rowboat.
Yep.
Yes.
Or just send
Or
the
use-
thralls. We don't need the rowboat.
Yeah, just drop him in the water, tied to a rope,
Yep.
pull him back up.
The claw. Grab the first rock you find. As you pull him up, and he's got a tiny little hand-sized rock, and you're like, bigger, and drop him again.
Oh, look, there's a shark. You better hurry.
So yeah,
Because
one on
we're
our
talking over
is
10,000
maybe
gold
should fire-
pieces of necrotite. I mean, we're talking a huge fortune of necrotite in your ship. That, you wouldn't want your ship to catch fire down below deck.
Well,
Granted, this
see,
is below the water line, so it's fairly moist. But you would not want a fire to start down here.
No, but also the moisture
also-
could be a problem too.
Oh, no, it wouldn't damage the necrotite much. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, but
ready to be
I-
thrown in an oven, but it's safe-ish.
I also going to mention all these barrels of unexpected, what do you call it, blasting powder.
Excuse
We
me?
really do not want to catch on fire right now.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Excuse me?
As the
Barrels
captain was
of-
like, I thought we only had 20 shots with our cannons. What do you mean
Yeah.
barrels?
Yeah, there's like, what was it, 20 barrels? I forget.
Yep.
Yeah,
keep,
20, 80-pound
20
barrels.
shots.
keep
Yeah.
in mind, an 80-pound barrel is not that big, but still.
Yeah, it's basically your keg barrel.
Yeah.
But
80 pounds
before
would be...
before you thought you had
8
one of
gallons,
those
maybe? Yeah.
for each cannon.
Yeah.
You know, now you
Yeah.
found out you have an extra 20 down below deck somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to invest in like fire prevention stuff, I would be all for that.
Well, on the plus side, your boat's totally got the typical barrel of sand on deck.
Yeah.
You know, the classic Navy
And it's not,
fire
we're not
prevention.
surrounded by water, but
Well, see, you don't put fires out with water because most often on a ship it's an oil fire.
yes, that's true.
And if you put a bucket of water on that, it just spreads it around.
Wait, where are you going?
Nowhere. I hit the wrong
Oh.
button.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, he's misty stepping around.
Yeah, considering
Oh.
I have to be able to see it to go there with this spell.
Oh,
So on
And
the
I'm in a
plus
small
side,
room.
you now know you have 3 great smuggling compartments on the ship if you ever need them.
that we do, and that we will.
I mean, one that can hold 20 barrels, which a human-sized person can scrunch up into one of those barrels. A part of the wall where uncomfortably.
80-pound barrels, about 8 gallons. You'd have to squish the person in there pretty well.
You know, this lends itself to a good strategy, though. I mean, if we just pretend that we're a ship that's, been abandoned, then, people can come on and we can spring out of the cargo.
Ambush.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we need to breathe or anything,
Yeah.
so.
That's totally a thing.
And then we can bash their heads
I
in.
was actually thinking of like a tactic similar to that to try to catch this ship that we're being sent after, because
As
we're not
everybody goes, what?
Oh yes, Capt.
That's the thing, lads. We ain't gonna have time to deal with this right now. We've got a mission from the Duke himself.
Okay.
And by the Duke, I mean the Admiral.
Yes.
I didn't vote for him.
Nay, but he's paying us mighty well. If we do this right, we get to upgrade. We get to upgrade the Revenge significantly.
Okay.
All we have to do is track down a little toy he lost, and take it back from some pirate hunters.
Is it like a magic 8-ball?
Something like that.
It's something like that. It's valuable and
It
and
which one of you two
his,
took the
his
locket, by the way?
divination.
He lost his oracle.
Oh, the bosun would have taken the locket.
Oh yeah. I wasn't paying attention. What's all I could do?
It's just got
It's
her
got a
picture.
picture of her. It's got a picture.
Oh.
You can show them.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the books.
It's got a picture
show
of a very pale, very cheekbony, almost Angelina Jolie looking elf that's very pale with a necrotite mechanical arm.
Yes, and supposedly the new cabin boy could recognize her and a few other things. And where is that loser?
I was going to say, you better hope he shows up before the tide.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give his description of some of the thralls and send them after him.
Okay, so not too long after you guys are having your discussion, you hear somebody above deck, gives the shout out for someone seeking to board the ship, which of course you need Captain's permission to come aboard. As one of the
Okay.
thralls comes down and knocks respectfully, waiting for you guys to open up the door.
Come.
Captain, someone, by the description the bosun gave, is here to board the ship.
Took him long enough. I wonder if I broke his legs.
He requests the ship's surgeon, for he has apparently been ambushed or bushwhacked.
All right.
Does
I'll take
does
care of it.
his mouth work?
Yes.
Obviously, if he asked for the surgeon,
Do his eyes work?
I believe
he found his
so.
way here.
Okay, he can come. He can join. Put him in the infirmary.
Oh.
Or
I was like, oh yeah, you got. And then I'll explain
Kitchen?
to I'll explain to the other guys the head start I gave him.
You blew him out a window. And the thrall gives a nice, crisp captain salute to you guys and heads back.
Do I get paid for these repairs?
Bosun will pay you.
Good.
Oh no. It comes out of loser's salary.
I was gonna say that isn't that part of just being on the ship?
Yeah.
This isn't an HMO situation.
I'm just trying to gouge him because Jesus Christ, man! If you create work for me, anyways, I'll do it.
Keep you busy.
Yeah, if you're not fixing up the crew, you're gonna have to be cleaning with them.
Thanks.
So
Okay.
says the captain who doesn't need your medical attention.
Yeah.
I don't want idleness. That leads to corruption.
Idle hands are the devil's playthings.
So of course, you get all, everything gets ready to take off on the morning tide or the night tide. It's totally up to the captain. One thing that is consistent between both tonight and tomorrow morning is there's apparently dense fog in the weather. But that's fine.
I mean, yeah, either way. We can see in the dark, can't we?
Well, you can see in the dark, but you can't see in the fog.
Oh.
You can see just fine in the dark for 60 feet. Unfortunately, the visibility in the fog is only 50 feet.
Well, it's going to be the same morning or night. We might as well get a start. Because we know our quarry has to sleep.
You found out that your crew did have a chest full of 1,000 gold coins of the Empire. Anything you want to purchase before you guys take off?
I mean, we've got the blasting powder. How much ammunition do we have?
You have a total of 20 rounds for the 3 cannons.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think that's quite enough. I think we need to do some. Do we have a quartermaster?
Oh, that's kind of what the bosun does.
Okay.
He's responsible for the ship's equipment and the crew.
Well, then you know what to do.
I need somebody that can negotiate.
Well, as the master gunner, I'll go with you to pick out shells, but I'm not the best at negotiations.
First mate would be decent at it, but he's incapacitated.
He ate somebody weird, and it's not agreeing with him still.
What does this negotiation speak of?
If you want something done, right, you got fine. I'll go with you.
Captain Spooky Pants.
Captain Spooky Buns. I don't know. It's like, how many rounds do we need? I mean, 20's...
20's a good compliment. I mean...
for 3...
At least
6,
3.
It's 6 shots. Well, minus obviously.
Well, actually, how much do we have? How much is would another cannon cost?
That's a good question.
That would actually probably be better.
And can I buy a horse?
No.
What?
Where are we gonna put it?
It doesn't have to be alive.
Oh,
that's
that's a horse of a different color.
What are you gonna do with a horse?
Take it apart.
If we can get a good deal.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
What?
I want to buy this horse. How much is it? 200 gold. Kill it. How much is it now? Constable!
Can I get it half off now that it's cut in half?
It's that. You don't have a use for it anymore.
Yes.
It can still be sold as horse meat. So, it depends on if you're looking for shopping for cannons. The ship weapons are in the Scoundrel's Guide on page 8.
I don't have that.
So there's the 12-pound cannons, which you have on this ship, which are 1,500 gold. Oof.
Oh, wow.
There's the 24-pound cannons, which are 3,000 gold.
Yeah, we don't have 1,500, do we?
No, we don't.
Not unless we're going to sell some of the necrotite.
No.
We'd have to sell a lot of it. Too much. It would attract too much attention.
Well, not just that, but just the time it would take to move that much. I guess we'll deal with what we have then. What other supplies do we need? How many breathers do we have?
1.
Okay. Do you have enough food for them?
Do we have any living members of the crew? I thought everybody was undead.
I thought the surgeon was alive.
No, not anymore.
Oh. Okay.
The surgeon was, and then they failed a medicine check.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need food.
Is Sweetum's alive? No.
Nope.
No.
Got like canvas and lumber and all that
You
crap.
have fresh sheets. Yep.
Okay, well then I guess we don't need to resupply.
Yeah,
Why don't you drag me out?
We just need more cannon rounds.
Yeah.
I'd say just 20 more should be safe.
24.
Yeah, that 40. That should be.
Oh, almost 14 rounds each. Yeah.
Because I mean, like if we have 40 shot and we need more, we probably have bigger problems than running out of ammunition.
Yes, because that means that the ship we're shooting at has more cannons than we do.
Well,
A lot more, because it's like much bigger.
It will gladly provide you some shells. Here, they're
Well,
flying
yes.
to you now.
see, the thing is, we're going to be sailing in let's call it neutral territory.
That's a good way to
So
put it.
there may be
Neutral
more
territory.
than one ship
Yeah.
that we have to fight.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get 20 shells. Is there a variety of shells, or how many, or cannonballs? How many cannonballs?
I do believe there's
5
just
gold piece.
one type.
Maybe we should get some grape shot too, since we are going to be fighting the mortal.
Fleshies?
Yeah.
Crunchies?
Or that's where you just buy your rifleman one of those horrible blight cannons that just belches blight all in the ship. You guys have no problem with it, but it's really bad for everybody else.
Would that be cheaper?
No, that would be more.
Oh. It does have a certain panache. Okay, so
12. Yeah. Okay, we'll just get what? Do we need cannonballs, or just get some grave shot?
I mean, you're the bosun.
Yeah, but
Wait, no,
the
gunner.
master gunner,
Yeah.
That
Your
would
job.
totally be a master gunner question.
Maggie.
So with the 12-pound cannons,
Yeah, and I was waiting for to stop talking. Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to look up to see what shot was available, but I'm not seeing it anywhere in the books. So
yeah, it's basically just regular cannon shot, so it counts as regular ammo.
Okay.
okay.
No, because grave shot would be great.
Yeah. Do we have that ability to buy specialized ammo?
Yeah. That would
Thanks to you, yes. Because you basically have the skills to make specialized ammo.
Okay. Well, that might be a little bit better then. Yeah, I was gonna say so. We can just buy 20 regular shot and then see about purchasing
What do we
the
need
materials
for-
required. Well, yeah, just materials for maybe making the other specialized shot. So I'm kind of curious how we
Okay.
can maybe refine the, because I did see in the book that there was the necrotite shot too.
Yeah, but that's. Yeah.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, are we trying to capture somebody who's alive? I didn't catch that. The Oracle, is she alive
Our
or
current
dead?
our current mission, yes, but that doesn't mean we won't run across somebody we don't want dead. Very dead.
Yeah.
There are different definitions of alive.
Yes. There's
Yes.
mostly dead, partly dead, dead, bits and pieces dead.
Undead.
Sometimes they come back dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some questions.
I mean, so
So,
alive for preference, existing, and also she kept some books that we need to take.
Yeah, so we can't burn. I mean, we can't burn the ship down.
Nor can we bore it, even though we said we could.
We shouldn't. Okay, so cannonball is. Okay, what he said.
Yep.
That'll work. 30, that'll be 10 rounds each, plus, yeah. Chain shot is basically just chain.
Yeah, just basically shoving in
Yeah.
chain and trying to
Shoving
do
in
something horrible.
Like foot-long lengths of chain and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so or you can put weights at the end of it so it acts like a giant bolo.
Yeah, no, chain shot was generally, it did have the weight, so that way you
Yeah.
can aim it a little bit better. And I figure if we're gonna try to board the ship to take it, we also maybe want to make sure they can't run away.
Yeah. I think our ambush idea, acting like a abandoned ship, would work the best, though. But again, that doesn't mean that'll work out. Okay, yeah. So we'll do 10 regular, 10 grape, and then 10, and 10 chain shot.
Yeah,
Will that work?
works for
I
the
mean-
Bastard Gunner.
I'm down
Yeah.
with it.
So how much is that going to cost us?
Like
Oh.
$5.
Old wise GM,
Uh,
DM. Sorry.
let's see. Da.
Oh, that's change shirt, not shot.
Just shove a chain shirt in there. That would be one expensive
We have a suit
round.
of mithril. We're just gonna shove it in there.
Desperate times.
Totally makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can pick up all of that for 20 gold.
Okay.
Pristine, never been shot
Oh,
before.
that means I gotta. Do I have to keep track of the damn treasury?
Or you can just throw it on the boat's stats.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
so that's down to. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Captain, my Captain, are you going to be doing the navigation?
I actually had some
Yep.
questions before we
Oh.
took off.
Oh, go for it.
Sorry.
Anybody have anything before you guys take out of port?
Well, like in my personal life, part of me is curious about getting a blood razor instead of a sacral blade. Doesn't upgrade to damage in case I need to stab someone.
If any port city would have it available, this is the place you could buy one.
All right. I'll subtract 25 GP and give myself one after some poking around. Now, the other thing I wanted to ask about. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to ask about was kits. I'm proficient with a lot of kits. I don't have a lot of kits.
You might want to purchase some of those kits. Each kit usually has 10 uses before it runs out.
Yeah. So.
And
What
some
sorts of
kits are
kits?
more useful than others. Like the Necromancer's kit also counts as a Leatherworker's kit, which is funny. Same
Yeah.
tools and equipment.
Well, I already have the Leatherworker's kit proficiency, so should I just get both, or should I get one?
I
Get the
would say buy
Necromancers.
kits and then check out Xanathars for other things you can do besides what the kit says. Because Xanathars also gives you some great things you can do besides what the kit says itself.
Okay.
Like if you take a healer's kit, you can, I think it's the healer's kit that lets you make healing potions. Because they're no longer magical, they're just concoctions.
Okay, that's a hard sell though. What would?
All right.
Why do we need healing potions?
Well,
I'm not trying to make
he
healing
means
potions.
kits. Like there's different kits. Like
Right.
there's the Leatherworker's kit, Blacksmith's kit, Carpenter's kits.
Right, but why is he buying
The-
healing kits?
I'm not buying one.
Okay, then I don't
That was
care.
just an example that he was
I just threw
Ah.
that out as an example. So yeah, if you wanted to go
Ah.
pick up some of those, this is the place to pick those up because you can find anything at this port. This is one of
Okay.
those
I was just-
ports where literally everything comes through here.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
I mean, you can
Hey,
even
I have a
if
little
you've
bit of
got
money,
the
so I can
gold,
spend
you
some
can buy
of my
magic
own.
shit here.
Oh, I thought you were spending the ship's money.
Now,
I mean, I wouldn't mind asking for some of the ship's money to buy like another Necromancer's kit, but
Oh yeah,
if I
you
want,
know
like,
what? If it's a kit that benefits the ship, I don't see why we can't pay for it out of the
I
treasury.
agree 100%.
Like Dale wants a gunsmith kit.
Yeah,
That's only
No, I
gonna,
agree.
I mean,
I
it's
agree.
like I have all my kits that I need right now, which is actually poison. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the poisoner's kit, but I got a mechanics kit, necromancer's kit, and
I mean, we're
And a
fighting
poisonous cat.
fleshies, so poison will be good.
All right,
Coat
so
the-
basically,
coat the grape shot with poison. Ooh.
I'd be interested in the leatherworker's tools, the necromancer's kit, and the forensics kit, in case we have to investigate something.
You know what?
Well,
I think that comes out to 30 gold pieces total, so it's not like a...
okay, because the treasury has 1,030 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus, we need Dale's gunsmith kit.
Yeah.
And you actually should now. I'm rethinking it. Maybe we do want a healing kit, just in case
we need to keep somebody alive.
the Oracle.
Well,
yeah.
actually, the necromancer's kit can kind of act as a healing kit.
Okay.
Well, I could take the healing kit, too, just in case we needed to.
See, now you're starting to act like a collector. I just got to get
Yeah.
one.
Yes, I am. I am.
I gotta get them all.
I mean, I don't have like a medical degree, but you know, I am a doctor, and I wouldn't mind having extra kits to work on people.
Wait, you just said you don't have a medical degree.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Okay, well, I
gunsmith's
set up the
kit is
treasury
5
on the
gold.
stat page, so just adjust it.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll be right
see the
back,
healer
'cause I
kit
need to use the bathroom.
And I will throw something out the ship might want. For only 50 gold, you can get a weather meter.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
I mean, I don't think anyone's proficient in it, but you can have it.
I mean, what's proficiency anyway?
Hey, also, because you're talking about navigation, my background I wanted privateer, so also I do have the tool proficiencies for navigator's tools, so the captain doesn't just have to navigate as well. I can also assist with that.
Oh, hell, you're up then.
I mean, I just posted in the notes there if somebody wanted to buy a weather meter, you could totally buy it here. I mean, it is something just handy for the ship, but yes, it is good to have multiple people who can do navigation.
Yeah. Let's buy a weather meter, just cause.
Okay, they're only 50 gold. I mean, it's big, heavy, 25-pound equipment, but it's basically a little weather station that you put on the back of the boat.
The GM giveth and the GM taketh away. Just giving us this money, then finding ways to take it back. But on the other hand, what is money anyway?
I mean, if you don't spend it, it's just going to sink to the bottom of Davy Jones' locker, right?
Exactly. Of course, I can feel the weather in my bones, so... Oh, wait, I don't have bones.
Aha!
I love ghost jokes.
Oh, that's nasty. In the Nightmare Empire, you can buy ectoplasm for 10 gold.
So were people up for paying the 5 gold pieces for the healer's kit, or am I spending that out of pocket?
I'm fine
That's
with
fine.
it.
Okay.
We got plenty.
You know, you could probably just slip it in without us even noticing anyway.
Yeah.
Do the kit at the checkout, just throw it on top of the cart.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
why not?
lawful evil. God, I have so many kits now.
And I'm lawfully putting this on top of the cart.
I would like to investigate what's in the galley before we leave, too.
It looks like just basic chowder and sea rations. You know, nothing special. Enough to get sailors for a month's worth of sea time. For you guys, it's a year's worth of food because you know you probably only want to eat on Sundays. We'll cook it on Sunday and you can eat it all week long. And in case any of our folks with weapons needed it, I totally posted the ammo.
Oh, I do need some ammo.
Oh, I should buy some arrows. 20 might not be enough.
Okay.
I should
So
probably.
how much do all your kits cost?
35.
35, and then
Oh,
the gunsmith kit.
That was another 5.
Okay. We still have 990 gold pieces in the treasury
Hey, it's good to have cash in the cash box.
for emergency repairs and stuff. And that's without selling, stuff that we don't need to sell.
Ripping apart the wood railing and selling it for raw material. Take one arm and a leg from each thrall. They don't need them. Okay, so Captain says...
I could always upgrade to a light crossbow. That would be more efficient for shooting people.
Or you can double fist it and get 2 hand crossbows.
Tweak, tweak.
That's true. Pew pew. Let's reload that, though, at the moment.
I did that with my wizard in Baldur's Gate 3, so he could cast a spell, then shoot.
And being a rogue, combat advantage with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Being proficient in Poisoner's Kit with a crossbow.
Oh.
Is the ship willing to pony up 25 gold pieces for a crossbow for me?
Sure.
Or a crossbow for the armory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. Like, how much do ballista cost?
500 gold for a ballista.
Oh, screw that.
Cheaper than a cannon.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Do we? No, because we got the master gunner with his hand cannon of doom.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you guys have done your shopping montage.
Yep.
And you guys are getting ready to head out of port. It's a foggy, crappy day. Now the question is the captain doing the navigating, or is our gunner doing the navigating, or are you guys working together with advantage? As you
navigation.
Guys
let's work together.
Navigation?
It is actually a proficiency of navigation tools. Only certain backgrounds get it.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's work together.
Okay.
Are you going to hold hands while you do it?
And see a jaunty sea shanty.
Or worse, is the creepy ghost is looking over your shoulder through your shoulder.
Yes. That's.
So go ahead and when you click on your character sheet, the navigation tools, it'll say query, and it'll ask what attribute you're using. So are you using your intelligence, your wisdom, dexterity of your quick fingers jotting out the course on the charts?
Okay. And I'm helping you, right?
Yep, so he'll have advantage.
Okay.
So a beautiful 21.
Yes.
As you guys are heading out, and I'm assuming is the course to head straight to here, no lollygagging, or did you guys want to? Because remember, the Duke said you could continue your normal business or whatever that is.
Well, we know that there's going to be a ship here.
Yep, that's going to be that ship.
We know there's going to be the light bearer, the HMS light bearer. And
its hunting grounds are right there this time of year.
Yeah. And again, we could, literally just act like an abandoned, like a ship adrift, and when they come alongside, ambush them.
Yeah, it's a great pirate tactic. Heck, you could even make it worse and just make some smudge pots on deck to make it look like, oh, they had a fire.
And we got the thralls. We can just have them laying on deck.
Yeah.
That is one of your cool abilities is undead. If you remain motionless, you pretty much look like a dead body.
Yeah, as long as they don't look too rotted.
Nothing like all these swords sticking out of them and they get up and pull the swords out.
Yeah. No, it's so.
I can use.
I say we head there and then check out the.
Yeah, I think get our quarry first and then go on the side quest for the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
guys basically spend the first day. The fog kind of slows you down rather than hitting full sails and going full bear. The crappy, vile greenish fog kind of slows you guys down the first day, so you make good headway. You do see a few small keel hull sized boats. Kind of gives you the feels back when you're stuck on such a small boat. A boat that has one cannon.
Yeah.
And let me totally ask you, while you're doing your practice with your crew, let me give our gunner control of the cannons to move them around where he wants. Because I'm assuming you guys do some quick practice shots, blah, blah, blah type of deal. The usual shakedown.
I can use my corpse to look for good fortune.
Ooh.
Gotta keep up the practice.
Mm.
So you're going to take your corpse and gut it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Both for the scientific information about what's inside of it and for the religious and, what do you call it, prophetic information it contains.
And Mag should be able to control all 3 cannons now. Interesting. I was thinking maybe he'd put one on the foredeck.
Thinking about that, but say we're a fast-moving ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the side would be still our best option, because ideally we're also going to be if we're going to be playing possum with this too. I feel that if you have cannons up to the front, it seems maybe a little aggressive, and so maybe try not to appear as aggressive as possible. We're trying to bait them in, so kind of keep it in a kind of a standard formation here. Maybe make it seem less like because they're pirate hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And if we set the guns up in a more like aggressive
Yes.
format, we
I got
might. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not wanting them to be too suspicious of us. They might want to check us out to see that we were on the receiving end of some bad pirates.
And if anyone is proficient in carpenter's tools, you could make the ship look battle damaged if you want. You could fake damage.
Oh,
It's too bad
we
we
still
fixed
got-
her up.
Yeah. Wait, we don't have a carpenter, so how do we fix her up?
Is anyone proficient in carpenter's tools?
No.
Skull
No.
is! He's your ship's carpenter now. Do you want him to paint some fake battle damage on the boat?
Yeah. Let him earn his keep.
He will attempt to do some fake battle damage on the boat. And with his mighty 8, it looks really shitty. He has an 8 for his deception. So he basically slaps some dark lacquer on some planks to look like holes. At least you were keeping him busy.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys totally ignore the super juicy looking prey boats that you guys passed that you could totally have gone. What colors are you striking on the boat? You have a full set of the Empire's flags, so you can go as just privateer, member of the Black Fleet, or just Skull and Crossbones pirate. And I was going to ask our captain, what is the original nation's origin of this ship?
Um.
You can
Rich.
you can pick And I would totally write down in the character sheet for the ship because you have a complete set of that country's flags as well. Because I know my pirate movies. Which totally includes the yellow cholera flag for disease.
Oh, nice. Hang on. Wrong book. No,
You probably don't want to pick the Russian nation up to the north. But maybe you do.
No.
Then it would be like, hey guys, we got to paint the boat red now. Everything is red and black with those guys.
I'm probably picking the wrong one, but Signar?
Signar? Okay. Basically the same country that your guys are going to be opposing shortly.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. That makes perfect sense then.
Literally, it's the pirates versus the British, you know. I love it. You need to start your own Tortuga. Okay? So you guys are heading through, you know, you're getting closer to the area. There's some rocky spots where I am going to require my captain to give me a piloting check. Unless you want someone else to take the wheel. So it's water vehicles.
Okay.
Basically, you know, you're coming through the little straits there where there's a bunch of sandbars and coral reefs, and you don't want to hit none of those.
Nope. Well, let's... I had advantage, right?
I will say everyone starts with inspiration because you're all piratey, and if you want to spend it, I will give you advantage this one time.
Okay.
Retroactively.
I will spend it. I didn't know I had it, or I would have.
I will totally tell you guys on your character sheets in the upper leftish corner, there's inspiration. If you play into your merits, flaws, and ideals, you earn inspiration that way by basically just playing a character. I would assume everyone is inspired at this moment since y'all are big damn pirates who does some big damn pirate shit. And normally you have to declare you're using inspiration to get advantage before. But we'll let the captain do it this one time as you almost thought you were going to hit a little coral reef, and he slid by basically banking the boat at like a 25-degree angle, which if you've ever seen sailing ships, it's when everything just starts rolling out of the cabinets.
The organs, they're falling out of the dude.
Plop, 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 plop. And speaking of the organs, what do you need to roll for your... gutting of the corpse?
You know, I actually don't have an augury skill, so I'm almost just doing this for fun.
Okay.
I can roll medicine to see if I can learn anything.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing with guts.
Yeah, that's okay. No, it's funny.
Poking around.
I'm looking at the. I'm looking at the
actual information, but why not? It's just.
I am looking at the ship's character sheet. Yeah, they had no clue how fast ships were, but these types of ships were.
Oh yeah, their numbers are
not even close.
Yeah, the fact that they're saying you can go 150 miles in one day.
Well, that and 6 miles per hour. I mean, no, it's
a
ship like this probably did like 12 knots, which is like 15 miles per hour. So yeah.
I just realized we had no characters on the map. So
I did a few reports on the USS Constitution. So.
So, Captain, who do you have in the crow's nest, if anyone?
I have really sharp eyes if you just want to throw me up there. It's not where I belong, but...
I have the perception of a blind turtle.
I have +7 to it.
Yeah, I mean, my perception is 0.
And the crow's nest will totally give someone with perception advantage, by the way, because you have that great lookout spot. It's almost like it's
we should have bought a spyglass.
Nobody bought a spyglass.
Damn it.
What kind of pirates are we?
Apparently bad ones.
Does my
Pirates
forensic
that are going
check-
to loot spyglasses on every ship they go to now.
Pretty much.
Well, if my forensic skip came with a microscope, I'll just look through it backwards.
Oof.
Yeah.
That would probably make you go blind.
Yeah, because that does.
As you create a laser beam in your retina and it pops.
You just brain yourself.
I know that's not how it works. It was just funny to say.
Yes, no, that was good. I'll just turn my microscope around and look into the sun.
And
Okay,
from
let's put me in the crow's nest.
Okay. So, quick question for a nautical question for the captain. On your boat here, you've got a little dinghy. Do you keep your dinghy on the boat, or do you do like most pirate ships do, or well, naval ships in general, and tow your dinghy behind you? It's totally a up to you question. It's
Why
just
would we?
a lot of ships tow their runabout behind them because in case someone gets knocked off the ship, you've got 10-foot walls that you can't climb, but if you have a little rowboat followed, you can swim for that. It's totally an optional thing. I mean, you don't have to.
You have to remember, most of us sink.
Immediately, someone goes overboard. Drop the anchor so they can get back on board.
Or we wait till he starts bloating and floats to the surface.
Ask the surgeon to keep a bunch of stomachs and kidneys full of air.
That would be bladders, not kidneys.
I've been muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, Captain, you've been so quiet.
Yeah. I think normally we do leave it on deck, but I think for this mission, since we're being all deceptive and want to look like an actual boat, we'll be towing her.
Okay. And are you doing anything to conceal the name of the ship? I mean, your carpenter did a great job.
See, the thing is, it's a brand new name. It doesn't have a reputation. But on the other hand, it's not your typical ship name.
True.
Yeah.
And it's not that piratey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A reference for Revenge. We do sound like we're undead.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Maybe.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe
you know
we
what?
just take out the board and change the order. Revenge against Reverence.
Or put the ship's original name on it. They might recognize that ship's name.
Well, unfortunately, the guy carved the new name under the ship.
He would have to put like a plank over it or something. Yeah.
But you could always just throw some tarp over it and it's flapping over the name, covering its name if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's going to do that, give me a deception check because your carpenter sucked. You don't want to trust that guy.
He's not.
Somebody give me
mine's
a
-1.
deception. That's because none of your technology is deceptive. It is what it is.
Well, that and I have a charisma of 8.
I mean, I've got a 3, so am I doing it
Probably.
myself?
Probably.
You can totally bark
may be
some
doing
orders,
it yourself.
Captain.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I bark orders to give people advantage to deception?
Well, you can bark
Or
orders
do-
to have them do it. Basically,
Okay.
use your skill instead of their skill because they're only +1. So your
Okay.
skill is better than their skill.
Yeah,
You
I
can
also have a
supervise.
perception of 3.
That's how I'm doing it then. Unless you want to,
Either way.
because I rolled crappy last time.
I
That
chose
can-
the captain to roll great this time.
I'll give it a shot.
All right,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay, you guys camouflage the name. You'll muss it up just enough as you guys get out here into the open waters. It's nice.
Wait. Can we also? I don't know. Was it part of the carpenter's check, or can we put some cosmetic rips in the sails to?
Are you
help.
sure you want to do that?
No.
Well, we've got spare sails. Okay, never mind.
Second day out of port, and he's already going through the spare sails.
Yeah, well. Okay, never mind.
And it's a beautiful
mean-
day at sea, sir. Just to let you know, that fog cleared up when you got through
Oh.
there. It's beautiful. There's a perfect mild wind for a sailing boat.
You know what? What is... Hang on, let me check something.
As the captain's going behind into his quarters to check something. And it's always creepy because the captain just floats through the walls.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not...
no, that's not going to work.
That's not gonna... No, it's not big enough. It's only 20 foot. Okay, never mind. Okay. I won't do that.
Okay, so thankfully on a clear day like today, you can see for miles. So up in the crow's nest, why doesn't our surgeon give us a perception check?
There we go. It took a second to
Nice.
click.
Well, I thought you said you only had 3.
Oh, I have 7.
In perception, yeah.
Nice.
I love how his first roll is he rolled it. 2.
Oh.
A 9/11. Yeah.
So first
I didn't
day
roll
at
a time.
sea, you don't quite spot anything in particular out there. You know, it's not a surprise. You know,
Yeah.
there's pirate hunters out here. There's not going to be a lot of ships going back and forth. So you guys, are you playing dead in one spot, or are you basically just cruising through a pattern, or are you guys just kind of like letting the wind take you where it takes you?
I
mean,
would...
You're definitely going to see them before they can get close enough to see you in detail, so that's a nice thing. And what flags are you flying? You
I
do
thought
have
on the signal.
Yeah,
you
the
have
Signar
Signar.
flags.
Okay, so you've got the Signar merchant flag out.
Yep. And I don't think a pattern, because if we're playing dead, I think we should just let the wind take us where it will, unless it starts getting us way out of course.
Okay, so you're like at half sail and you just have the wheel roped up and you're just letting the currents kind of take you about.
Yeah, because a pattern just, it seems like, would be a giveaway.
I'm liking that. See which way the ocean is a taking you. So your ship's basically lazing about. Is there anything particular you're telling the crew to do on that day? As it's day 3 and you're just lazing about at the ocean. It's great. Best trip ever.
I was gonna say I'd maybe actually put up a half a flag of surrender, because if we're really trying to sell it that maybe we did, then maybe make it look like, hey, we tried to surrender and pirates came aboard.
Ooh, I like how your
Make
master
it
gunner's
so.
like, Captain, we need to make this even tastier bait.
I like it. Do it.
Splatters blood around.
Okay, on day 4, Crow's Nest. Go ahead and give us a perception check with the surgeon.
Oh.
Yes.
You totally spot a boat coming from the east, heading your direction kind of lazily. It's with a 22. You know for sure, actually, because the compass is a little tilted, so east is this way. You definitely know it is not a warship. It's a cutter class, about your size ship.
So there's a cutter coming towards us. Do we want to take them out anyways, or what are we going to do here if we don't want to fight them?
Why wouldn't we want to fight them?
Oh, it's more of like, they're going to trip our trap one way or the other. So I guess we're going to go.
So we might as well just take it and scuttle the ship.
Yeah.
Take what we can and scuttle the ship.
All right, get some more bodies. Do some more work.
Or Yeah, or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make
Or-
Hey,
some
you know
real
what's
corpses.
more authentic than pretend dead bodies on the ship is real dead bodies.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. So
Plus,
so
fresh blood, real blood.
yeah.
at the
Killed by authentic pirates.
So at the 6 mile mark, you notice the ship is coming. It's getting a little closer. It's not going directly at you, but it's totally zigzagging, cutting in the wind in your direction. I mean, there's no doubt it's coming towards you like a circling fish kind of deal. And about half hour later, it's a little bit closer. You can make out more details on it if you're looking. Are you
Yeah.
guys doing anything when, you're pretty sure you would be within spyglass distance?
Plain dead.
I guess I'm playing
Positions,
dead.
everybody, snup, snup.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to be ethereal and watching.
Okay. What do you tell your thralls to all get below deck?
Oh, just
I mean,
play dead.
the best actors among them are playing dead. The rest are.
All they have to do is not move.
Yeah.
And since they don't breathe,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm staying. It's always a good place to shoot people.
and as long as we
anyways.
don't have, it's not like we have any thralls that have like blight cannons or anything. So
Okay, and so Jess, up in the crow's nest there, you see a sparkle on the deck of the ship. Obviously, they're looking at you guys with spyglasses. Are you looking at them, or are you playing dead sitting down inside your crow's nest looking through a peephole? I mean, I'll totally
I'm
give you
playing
could
dead.
have a peephole.
Yeah, I'm trying to play dead in the crow's nest. I do not want to give away that we're alive.
Okay, so someone for the crew, give me a deception check.
don't look at me.
As one person is saying, "Easy, boys. Keep steady. Let them come closer."
Let them board.
I can give a deception check.
Okay.
Oh.
I am totally giving you advantage, by the way, because the whole crew is doing it together. They are
Okay.
aiding you by
Fantastic.
laying Lumpy on
Saved
the
by
deck.
the DM.
Yes.
You are
The
generous.
6 is much
Thank
better
you,
than
Jim.
the 18.
And the ship slowly comes a nice big arc. So they're going to the side of your ship where there's only one cannon.
Yeah.
And they're getting real close. You guys letting them get close to you?
I say let them,
I mean,
hook on.
We have to, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
start boarding. When it's too late, then we jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is there any way that our ship surgeon up on the crow's nest can communicate with you guys what's going on?
No, I don't have any spells or anything. Wait.
I'm just coming up with character ingenuity for you there. Is there anything that...
Well, our captain is ethereal. I mean, he can go up and down through the ship, so he would be able to keep us clued in. He can see what's going on, pop down to us, and let us know.
Yeah.
How far up am I?
the crow's nest, it's about 40 feet off the deck. And
Okay, I
thankfully,
have
climbing
mage
on the
hands, like-
rigging, you don't have to do
You
an
have mage
athletic.
hand?
Well, I don't
Yes, I do.
have to climb up the rigging.
So I could always subtly try to throw some hand signals to them from up there. Yeah.
Or you can just scream now.
I mean, there's that, but I can try and communicate what they're doing as they're coming in, so you guys aren't just lying there going, "Well,
we'll know when they throw hooks over. We'll know.
Yes, I know.
But if there's something unusual happening,
Yeah.
then we'll want to. You'll have to use your judgment about screaming hey, this just went badly.
Yeah.
So up in
But
your
in the meantime, I can give you guys like a semi-visible, like, thumbs where.
Well, remember, you're in a big wood barrel, basically, connected to the pole,
Yeah.
the mast, so they can't see you. That's the whole point, is you have cover when you duck down inside the crow's nest.
No, but that's what the mage hand is for. It's for
But
projecting
how
a hand
are
30
you
feet down.
seeing them is the question. Are you taking your dagger out and cutting a hole in the crow's nest so you can peek down?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
I thought there was a hole.
I was
vertical
giving him that
peephole.
there's a peephole looking around, like northeast, southwest,
but
but
down.
not one
That
straight
makes sense.
down. That would be damaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always make a little hole in the going down and say, peep down to cast a spell. And
so you are totally seeing 2 rowboats coming off the other ship.
Oh.
And they're
two.
these are the said rowboats. And they're kind of pulling up the side of your ship. Totally under the cannon's arc. Ain't that a bitch?
Alright, kind of dispel the hand so they don't see it.
And you guys put yourselves where you're hiding.
Hiding.
Well, if you're playing dead.
Yeah.
I mean, currently it looks like the ship's surgeon is hiding inside one of the rooms. You can totally put yourself up here in the crow's nest.
Okay, just making sure.
That's the ship's wench.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not so much. I'm
there we go.
Not looking like a corpse. I'm just looking very faint and hard to see, and blending in.
And you guys are sitting there all quiet, steady. Somebody's probably got their hand doing the whole easy now, easy now. Yep. And you totally hear a couple ropes with grappling hooks get thrown over. So over here and over here. And you hear some grunting and growling, and all of a sudden a voice says, "Easy now. Make sure there's no disease on this ship. And we'll find out what treasures she carries for us."
I am offended they think there's a disease on our ship.
And another voice totally
shot first
comes across with the whole, "This will be our best score yet. Not even a shot fired."
Fucking pirates.
We're fucking pirates. Hooray!
God.
Darn it.
Okay.
Well, actually, this would be a good time. If they're on the rowboats, they're basically sitting ducks. And how close is the other ship away from us?
The other ship is about a good 50 feet away. And it's kind of like just lazily going in circles around.
Well, we could have a majority of their crew are on those rowboats, or they are literally just sitting ducks right there, and that would be easy pickings. Yeah. Do we want to engage them now before they get on the boat, and then it's hand-to-hand combat?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Hey, it's Captain's call. That's what the captain's whole thing is combat.
I mean, yes.
More than anything.
Then I give the signal.
Okay.
Okay, so they have their grapple hooks connected, so the boats are hooked up. They just have to climb up, which is actually a roll, because of course the boat is moving. Even better, it's nice and calm seas, so nobody has to worry about deck saving throws to fall over.
Okay. Well, and we'll have a little bit of advantage over them as they're climbing the ropes.
Yep.
So wait, did you say go?
Yeah, I gave the signal.
Okay, I'm gonna peek over and battering ram this guy.
Oof.
This whole boat.
Well, first, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Now, remember, to roll initiative, you gotta select your token before you roll, or it doesn't count.
Yes.
I think that wasn't half bad. To 16.
That wasn't bad at all.
Well,
Select the token. And that worked. Well, that sucked.
Or it just
You're too
means
busy.
the captain is totally waiting for his master plan.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The captain has a plan.
I trust my.
Will, are you gonna roll?
Which how do I select my thing?
So click on your token.
Which one am I
The
supposed to be right
square
now?
dude on the map.
The square guy that's your guy on the map.
Is that?
I think you may have put Sweetums on the map instead of Will.
Sweetums would be below deck right now, puking up whatever he ate that disagreed with him.
Let's get him up there.
It's funny, while we're doing this, my printer is reminding me every like 10, 15 minutes that I need to put new ink in it, and it's like, thanks.
Yeah, I got that the first 20 times.
Yeah. It's like, I know I need to do that. I'm just doing something else right now.
I'm gigantic.
Oh, jeez.
Your aura will capture them all.
Huh?
I didn't see what that message was.
I select that. And
There we go.
Oh.
Jeez. We got some pretty good rolls.
Yeah, y'all did.
Poor Captain Terror.
You know,
He's busy making sure everyone else is doing that part.
there we go. Nice.
exactly. I'm inspiring the thralls.
Where are the thralls?
That's a good question.
Oregon Ramsey stepped on them.
Do the thralls get initiative, Jim?
I don't know if we need them for this, but
For the most part, your thralls, you're not going to want them in combat, because if you lose too many of them, they go down real easy, and if you lose too many of them, you're going to be SOL for...
can't run the ship.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are basically commoners when it comes to combat. So a stray bullet and you lose one or two.
So
I
I
got like
give
2 hit points.
I give the signal, and half the dead bodies on the ship go running below deck.
Oregon Ramsey, are you good with where you are?
How about I go over this side?
Okay, so I think that's...
Ooh. Do we want the... No, we don't need that boat, do we?
What?
No.
No, okay.
Or the crappy cutter that's chasing you?
No, this
The
one.
boat that's attacking? Oh. I mean,
No.
there are 2. We don't need more. We don't need 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, having another boat floating around would be a distraction, so let's get rid of this one.
Because I could sink it or just spray them with venom.
I mean,
Ew.
again, we don't need to keep both.
So,
It's up to you, though.
Mag, I'm assuming you have a better dex bonus than our Necrotech, right?
Yeah, I got +4.
Okay.
Mine's 2. So
Yeah, I was figuring our gunny guy has got a better dex. Okay, so these guys have thrown their grappling hook. They're talking about getting on board and finding anything valuable. Look out for any disease. Find out what's going on. And Captain gives the signal. What is the signal, Captain, my Captain?
You know what? Oh, where is it? Thought I had.
I mean, you're totally intangible, so you can go right through the deck and just give out the creepy signal. Or are you looking for that cool, creepy power?
Yes, there it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Can that be the signal?
That can be the signal that you basically reveal yourself and all your wispy terrifyingness. Now is a perfect time for you to describe what you look like as a specter.
So my body billows and expands into a wispy, tattered shamble of a skeletal human with rotting clothes hanging off. My face becomes a bright, burning skull, and I let out this eerie, soul-tingling screech and my eyes bore right into the eyes of anyone who's looking at me.
As immediately when you do this, you realize the other ship, there's like 2 officers with spyglasses looking over at you, and they don't seem to be wearing uniforms, but they're obviously in charge. And they look and they just go, gawk. As they start shouting something that's too far away to be clearly heard, as their guys don't even notice, and they're doing what they're doing, but they don't see you up on the deck yet.
That's fair, but the people who need to know did. So.
Yep. So, Mag, you totally hear the "Go get 'em, boy."
Well, you just said that we can see the other boat, right?
You can see the other boat, yeah.
About how far away is it?
It's about 50, 60 feet away. Because it's
direction?
perpetually circling you guys.
Curious, should I take a shot at them? Because if they have you said like, they're obviously officers that give commands, and they'll have uniforms, but they're standing at the railing?
Yeah, they're standing right at the railing looking, trying to see what's going on in the ship as their people are coming aboard. They don't have uniforms. You kind of think they're probably independent boat operators. I mean, nobody's asked to look at the
Privateers.
flag. Nobody's asked to look at the flag, so I can't tell you what the flag says yet.
They're living, and therefore that's a crime. So.
Someone's got some post-mortem issues.
Well, actually, I was going to say, if they're standing at the railing and they're dumb enough to not be in cover, I'm actually going to take a shot at them with the ogre and battle cannon. Because, I
will give you advantage because they don't see it coming. They all of a sudden, both their spyglasses snap to look at the ghost.
Yeah, because they should be kind of the dudes with their hands up to their face holding metal objects. So I'll shoot at the one on the left.
What is your passive perception?
It'll be right under your attributes.
Yeah, it'll be right below your charisma and your
skills.
Modifier.
Yeah. Passive 14.
The guy on the left seems to be the one people are talking to, so you're thinking more important.
Yeah, alright, gonna go for him.
With your passive 14, you can totally tell there's a black pirate flag on top of this boat. Nobody asked, so I figured I'd wait till someone had a passive good enough.
Competition.
But they're humans.
They saw a very, very plump ship waiting for them.
Yeah. Well, this old boat's got teeth, so I'm going to take a Shot at the dude on the left.
With advantage, thank goodness.
With advantage, better than a natural 1, as you didn't keep your powder dry if that was the case.
Yeah.
Area of
Okay.
effect.
It is an Ogren battle cannon, AoE 5, and it is 2d12 bludgeoning.
And a 24 will hit.
Yeah, and all you need to do is click on it on the under the roll, and that'll roll the damage. Like so.
Oh dear.
2d12
18 points.
plus 4.
Oof. And what all features does that cannon have? Because I remember it's got some good stuff.
Weapons.
And that cannon will hit the officer and does some major damage, but he is still alive after 18 points of damage.
Ogren battle area of effect 5. Firearm. Heavy magazine. Two-handed.
Nice.
What does...
Does it have like a burst or an AoE?
This weapon's ammunition explodes when it hits target. It may hit nearby creatures standing as well.
And there is a guy right next to him.
Yeah, it's AoE 5.
So 5 feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so... Oof.
Must make a dexterity saving throw of DC 13 or 10 plus the attacker's proficiency bonus, whatever is higher. On a failed save, the creature takes half damage.
And you're plus 6 to your attack, right?
Yeah.
Needless to say, he did not make it, so he takes half damage when it explodes, splintering the rails. And, you know, Captain's got this horrible, grievous wound, and he's pretty jacked up as well.
Who needs a cannon when we got that thing? Jesus.
First mate and the captain have been bloodied. Not in the traditional bloody sense, but the bloodied their nose, if nothing else. As
Oh,
all of a
what's
sudden
left
you
of it.
hear screams, and the people down in the raft, the boats are just like, "What's going on?" As the cannon ripped across.
Okay, is it my turn?
Is Matt gonna move, or are you just gonna? You're good with where you are.
You know what? You'll move right there.
Okay. Okay, so Marduck.
Okay, I'm gonna lean over the side over here, wink, and then hit these guys right here with a battering ram.
Oof. He likes that spell.
Well, yeah.
And a
Nice.
21 will definitely hit.
And they all take
And
well, yeah.
They all have to make a strength saving throw, right?
Yep. And how much? What's the the hit points of the boat?
So the boat gets hit as well?
Oh yeah.
I like that.
I just shot it right through it.
Because
I mean, it only it's only 5 feet wide, so I probably didn't hit all of these guys, but yeah.
Hey, they are sitting close quarters to each other.
I mean, what is one of these squares? 5 feet? So yeah, I mean, but still.
So a dinghy has a armor class of 15 and
Yeah, I got it.
50 hit points.
Well, it survived.
Sorry.
Oh, and they all get if they failed, they all get flung 25 feet.
Oh.
Ooh.
One of them made it.
So one of them made it. So does that mean half damage or full damage?
Hold on. I think no, it's the saving throws for not getting thrown off the side.
So
I
it's
think.
still full damage for everybody?
Yeah. No, they get half damage and they're not pushed.
Okay, we'll give the last guy the half damage.
So yeah.
And basically
13
all of
points
these
of-
guys get dropped off into the drink.
Except for one.
Except for one. As they all go, ah! Splash, splash, splash. And your boat is technically cruising at like a mile an hour. Just randomly going. So they are trying to swim to get back on their turn, because that's all they can do. Anything for your movement or anything else?
I think I'll sit right there for now.
Okay, Organ Ramsey. It hurts me to say it, but I smile at the same time.
Morgan Ramsey. Hopefully he's not a D&D enthusiast and listens to your podcast.
That would also be awesome, though.
That would be
until the
awesome.
lawsuit came.
Hey, he does Gordon Ramsay Nightmare Kitchens. Why not Organ Ramsay Nightmare Empire?
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
So what's Organ gonna do? Don't tell me we lost him.
Will, you there?
I'm on mute. That's why nothing's happening.
That's why we're ignoring you like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, I was like, what is? Okay. I think I could throw a javelin at the person.
These guys?
That one. Yeah.
The one that just threw the grappling
And
hook.
ask whether you want.
Yeah.
And maybe up matches and ask whether you want to rage.
Uh.
Well, remember,
Yeah.
raging and ranged attack don't really do much.
Yeah. Let's,
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just throw a javelin for now.
Okay, you will have advantage to lean down and see that she is a choice target right there.
All right. Or is that?
First, you want to hit your strike, which will be the name of the weapon, javelin.
Okay.
There you go.
There
So
you go.
a 15, and she is a press ganger, and her AC is way less than 15. So javelin comes flying down and hits her for 9 points of damage.
All right.
As she takes that javelin like a champ. She pulls it out and throws it in the ground into the water. I kill you!
Throw
Are
my
you
javelin to the water, jerk.
Are you sticking where you are? Or are you gonna step back?
I will stay where I am to.
I mean, it's a good position if they climb out
Yeah.
of the boat, which you know they have
Yeah,
to do.
as they come up, I can try and just throw them back off.
It's gonna be ugly. Okay, Bon Tibia. Up in the crow's nest. You have a beautiful shot at everybody on the map, including the officers on the other ship.
Yes, I think. Would I also have advantage on a pot shot at the captain?
You
like
would,
the height advantage.
especially with your height advantage. You're literally in a sniper's nest.
All right, I'm gonna pot shot him. See whether my crossbow is worth a damn. Oh, good,
Good
advantage.
thing
Oh.
you had advantage. You
Yeah.
rolled both
Yes.
a 1
A natural
and
and a
a
natural
20.
20.
You
Okay.
are clearly a natural.
Okay. Ooh.
Critical.
Now the question is,
Sneak
were
attack.
you not hiding?
I suppose I was.
And what happens when a rogue was hiding and pops out and
A
attacks
backstab
someone?
critical. Damn.
All right, so that's 46.
No, it would basically be just 1d6. Oh no, what level are you? 3?
Yes.
Is it 2d6?
It's 2d6 normally, but it was also a critical hit, so I'm curious whether it also doubles the sneak.
No, it doesn't double the dice pool. It just adds 1 extra d6.
Oh, so I should be... Got it. 8.
Plus 8. So an extra 20 points on top of getting shot by a freaking cannon. What does it look like when your arrow comes flying out and finishes the captain off in one shot?
Basically, it manages to go through his eye and back out of his head and pierces the wood behind him.
The one eye not through the spyglass.
Brain.
As immediately the first officer, covered in shrapnel and soot, looks at the captain dropping dead and just screams.
That should make this a little bit more disorderly.
And he thought seeing a ghost was the worst thing that was going to happen to him.
And you technically are in the crow's nest, so I'm assuming you're not wanting to move out of the crow's nest.
No, not
Did
particularly.
you
I'm
want
good where I am.
to use your roguish thing to hide?
Yes, I'll use my roguish thing to, go back into hiding so that people can't shoot at me.
Isn't there that roguish daring something something something?
What is it?
The one that
Should put
lets
this
you dash, hide, or disengage.
Cunning action.
There you go, that's the one.
Yes.
So go
Use
ahead
my
and give me
bonus
your
action to-
stealth check to see how quickly you sink back down into your murder nest. I mean,
Well,
for
stealth
rogue,
is
that is a great place to be.
not as good.
Unfortunately, as you hunker down to hide, your bow and arrows is clearly being seen now above the nest.
I thought he got a crossbow. Sorry.
Yeah, my crossbow is sticking up.
Okay, so a bunch of shit is happening. Basically, the officer on the other boat is screaming to full sails, full sails, full sails, because not only was there a fucking ghost, but there's a guy that just blew me up with a cannon, and the captain is dead at my feet, so I'm now the captain. And basically yelling at the guy at the pilot wheel to basically disengage. We're getting the fuck out of here. And he's yelling at the people on the boats that are attached to you now. Sucks for them. That if they can't make it back, sorry, sucks for you.
So it sounds like the sounds like the guy at the wheel is our next target.
And
Or the wheel.
they're piloting to stay to the side of your ship that only has one cannon, because they're not stupid. And the rear, the aft of the ship. These two pirates are going to immediately realize they're being left behind, and they're going to be jumping up the rope, because screw those assholes. So let's see. Got athletics.
Jumping up the rope and immediately surrendering.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. They didn't
As
make it.
apparently with the rough seas, both of them try to climb the rope, and they kind of like slam into the side of the boat and slither back into their raft, and they're just like, this isn't working well. These two guys, they are arguing with them, and they're gonna cut the fucking rope. This guy is totally gonna whip his dagger out, and he's cutting through the rope. Because he's just like, no, let's not do that. As from the crow's nest, our not-so-sneaky rogue realizes that they've just cut themselves free. And he's yelling at the other two of like, you couldn't climb the rope, so we're cutting the rope. And this guy is going to be a baller and try to climb his rope.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough people to row.
Yeah.
as he is also having difficulty climbing the rope as the raft is like slamming to the side of your boat. And these three yo-hos, thankfully they're wearing just leather armor, so they're going to attempt to swim back to their raft. One drowns. Guy rolls a natural 1 and goes glug, glug, glug and drowns. The second one tries his athletics, and he is able to swim up to the boat but not climb in. And the other one swims up and is able to climb back in the boat. So for convenience sake, we'll say that. And they totally look at the guy that just drowned and said, "Sorry for you." As Lightbane cuts himself with Razor Wind.
He's the lucky one.
Wow.
That did not go well for them at all.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. Do I have enough movement to do a dash to fly across to the other boat and get in the face of the first mate?
Ooh, it is 65 feet away at the moment. Can you go that far? Can you
my
get
move's
within 60 feet of him?
No, my move's 25.
But Chris, can you get within 60 feet of him?
Oh, within 60 feet. Yes.
Remember, your terrifying visage has a 60-foot range.
Oh.
He is 65 feet away from you.
Oh, that's then yes. I will.
Captain is going to be rushing across the chasm, which, by the way, all of these guys will then see you flying across through the air. It's a spectral thing, and they just go, 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 ghost!
Somewhere around there and just go, blah!
That's a wisdom
Booga, booga,
saving
booga,
throw,
booga.
right?
There it is. So yeah, they get a savings throw. Let's see what 8 plus proficiency is 2. That's 10. Wisdom is 1. That's 11.
As he sees you coming, and he has fear and terror in his face, but he made that 11. Are you sure it's just 11?
It's 8. Proficiency bonus is 2.
Okay.
And
your
wisdom bonus is 1.
Okay, so yeah, he barely makes the saving throw with an 11, as he just says, "Stay away, ghost! Stay away! We leave you be, ghost!" And let's see what happens to these guys in the raft.
They dive all back in the water.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That one guy who climbs is
one
just...
guy. But everyone else are like, "The ship's full of spirits that'll take our souls and feast upon us." As you know, you obviously get the idea that they are scared shitless of you. Sadly, now you are between their boat and them, so they are not going to be getting anywhere near you at the moment. Oh, you
Which
poor
means they're
bastards.
not going back to their boat.
And is there anything you're doing for your action?
How close am I to the other ship?
If you dashed, or did you just fly the 25?
I just flew the 25.
That means you are 40 feet away?
Oh,
That means they're in the sphere.
Yep. His crew and the ship are going ghost.
Yeah. Was the terrifying visage in action, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Let me... See, the thing is, all my spells are short range. They don't go far enough. I mean, I could...
Does that mean you're going to use your bonus action to become tangible?
Oh, no. No, I'm not. You're right. You're right. You know what? I will go another 25 feet towards... Yeah, I'll just use the rest of my action to get closer to the guy.
Ooh.
So that he can focus on trying to attack me. Haha.
Does that
Instead of
officially mean
actually
the captain has
ricochet.
abandoned ship?
No.
I had to
No.
throw it
This
out
is a
there.
boarding action.
Okay, so you guys see the captain go whizzing off, and there's screams from these guys on the away party. So, Mag, what are you gonna do?
He's got the cannon of doom.
Well, I was actually going to say, I mean, I'm not sure how many people it take to man our shipboard cannon, so we could try to aim it at the sail or aim it at their.
Oh, we didn't think to load them beforehand, which we should have. Because then all you'd have to do is
Oh,
fire.
shit.
So for
Yeah.
your cannon, you need a cannon crew of 3 people.
Okay, yeah, never mind. There's no undead up there to help us.
I was thinking I should have said that we should load them, but then I didn't. I got distracted by something, probably a dead body.
Well, and we weren't planning on ship-to-ship combat. We were planning on being boarded.
But and having cannons loaded is kind of dangerous because it's kind of hard to unload them.
Yeah, that is
without
true.
firing them.
Much like fireworks, there should only be one way you unload.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say where.
Take out the wheelman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will.
You can shoot through me. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. All right. As I say, I have fast reload, so I reload it as part of their ranged attack. So I'm gonna aim at their helmsman.
Okay, so he's gonna be about 75, 80 feet.
Hang on here 1 second.
And don't forget, as a gun guy, you got tricks too.
And no, I was looking at the trick shots I have available.
Oh. I forgot I was a sorcerer.
You're a sorcerer?
No, I took, for my meta magic, I took distant spell.
Oh. That's a good one.
Yeah, because it adds, 50% to the range, right?
Yeah.
Something like that?
All right. Gonna take a shot at the helmsman
Wheelman?
here. Yep. And shoot. I don't have any shots, so it'd really be good at trying to pick this guy off, so I'll save it for now.
Okay, so 9 does not hit the guy. It's all of a sudden.
I would use your inspiration, man.
Yeah. We'll use inspiration on that one.
Give you a one-time retroactive use. As your shot was about to miss, and then the cannonball rolls to his feet and then explodes.
the waves of the ship tilted him in just the wrong angle at the last second.
Tink, tink, tink.
Tilted him into the ship.
So what is the damage?
Jeez.
What does it look like when you vaporize the guy and the area effect vaporizes the wheel?
As my maniacal laughing as I pull the trigger on the massive cannon as it bucks, jerks, the shot going wide at first, but the deadly seas tilting it back, and all you see is just the moment of his wide of his eyes as a projectile the size of an arm impacts him, and then an roarous explosion envelops him, and in pink mist mixed with splinters as the helm disintegrates with the person as well.
And then there's screams. It's probably the ghost, but probably the till disappearing into a rain of wood and pink prints. That's ugly.
Yeah.
Are you good with where you're standing?
Want to be able to shoot
big
down.
step
Yeah, I was gonna say I
forward.
can shoot down into the guys that are still on the.
I could just see this big moose of a guy reloading a freaking cannon, biting into a little burlap sack of powder, throwing it in, and then grabbing a cannonball. What's scarier than a bandolier of cannonballs? Okay, lightbane. Your guys have all gotten back into the raft except for the one that just seemed to disappear. Everybody's looking pretty rough. Even the guy that made, the knockback. He's pretty rough. These guys look rather concerned since they're scared shitless of the ghost. They don't seem to be looking at you. They seem to be looking at the ghost. Gotta do your best Scooby-Doo impersonation.
Except for one guy.
I'm just gonna saunter over here and then blast these guys.
Oh, gonna spread it around.
Yeah. Well, they have a disadvantage now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Take your shot with advantage.
boom.
Oh, that's dirty.
Ah,
That is dirty. Okay, so that is dirty. And that's Dex saving throw, or is it wisdom? It's Dex, right?
What?
Oh, strength.
Strength. Oops.
Oh
They all
yeah.
failed. They all failed.
No, I got a 16 and I got a.
They're frightened.
Disadvantage.
They're
They're
frightened.
frightened.
I know I had to try. I also would have accepted they're in a boat that's shaking. Shouldn't I give them disadvantage?
oh boy.
Not
People
only
having
do
a
they
bad
take an absurd amount of damage,
And that's 17. This one is dead. Body flails off the side of your boat and disappears into the waves.
bounces off the boat.
And they all look like a single wave of water could finish them off.
Let's see. Piracy does not pay, lads.
And the
It's not a
genie's
game
got
for the
some
mortal.
definite damage going on here.
Well, I'm spent.
He's like,
down to-
I did
hey.
my thing.
I'm glad this is 5th edition because otherwise I wouldn't have any spells at all left.
Thank God for
First
cantrips.
edition, 2nd edition, 3rd edition didn't really have cantrips.
And to think you haven't even whipped out your gun yet. Okay,
I
so
had one.
Organ Ramsey.
That's not-
Oh, it's a melee weapon you went with?
Yeah, I went with a cutlass.
The special magic cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
Organ Ramsey, you were totally ready to start axing borders, and they never showed up.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I still have, some pretty decent cantrips. So
I'm thinking that I might want to jump into the raft that has nobody in it, and to
Okay.
try and keep people off of that.
So the question is, you have a choice.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to jump on the raft and take the damage, or are you wanting to use the athletics to jump down without taking any damage? But that is an action.
I'll use the athletics.
And athletics is way safer.
Okay.
But you are jumping on a dinghy that's bouncing around in the ocean, so I'm going to ask for a dex saving throw after you make your check. Unless you roll like 15 or better. If you roll 15 or better, we don't worry about it.
So
Okay.
athletics first.
Yep, roll your athletics to jump down on this itty bitty little boat.
Okay.
And like I said, if you roll 15 or better, we don't worry about no deck save. As you jump down there with your weapon ready, and you're just like, who's gonna do what? Because yes, trying to climb back in the boat is totally gonna give you an attack of opportunity. Ugh.
Yeah.
So feel free to put yourself anywhere in that little boat you'd like. It's your boat now.
Hey,
This is your boat.
you're a captain of your own boat.
Oregon Ramsey has promoted himself. This is my boat now. I'm the captain now. Bon Tibia, you totally think you're hiding from everyone and nobody knows you're there. Everybody knows you're there. But I will throw out the frightened characters. You totally would have advantage on them.
Is the first mate frightened? I forget from now.
The first mate
No.
did not get frightened, but he
Yeah,
is
he's
pretty
like-
jacked up.
He's like one of two people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give him the stink eye.
Ooh.
Basically,
As a
Use
bonus
my-
action, you can
what?
make an intelligence medicine check.
I'm just gonna do medicine wisdom because I have that automatically, and then just subtract one.
Jeez.
I assume that 20.
That
Or
will
above this challenge rating?
totally, yeah, that'll totally beat the 10 that it was gonna be. You see the gaping hole where his spleen was exposed by cannon fire.
Yep.
You see the gaping wound on his diaphragm where his lung is exposed, probably also his kidney. You totally have advantage on that shot. Even
Jeez.
better, the arrow is probably going to go through your captain. Oh, yeah, 22 will hit. 22 will hit.
Jeez.
Damage of piercing or 10 damage of piercing and 6 damage of sneak attack.
Oof. Let me do math. I think I have to do math now.
Well, he's taken. That'll put him at 25.
Yep, he is
Yep.
still on his feet. Not well. But he is
He had more
definitely
hit points than the captain did.
No, actually he has the same number, it's just the captain
Oh.
took full shot on that cannonball. So he is
Yeah.
definitely not looking good as he just sprouted fletching from his guts.
Yep.
As
My
he's
distance
defiantly
acupuncture
looking
class
at your
took me off.
captain, and the arrow comes flying off the mast and buries into his stomach. You monsters! Are you going to attempt to conceal yourself, or you
I
use
used
your
my
bonus
I
action?
used my bonus action to assess him.
That was a good use of that ability.
Yeah.
Okay, so, first, this chick who's almost dead is totally going to try to climb into the boat. And yes, I will totally give you an attack of opportunity if she tries to climb in the boat. And
Oh,
she actually climbs in the boat. And I can tell
This-
you,
is my boat.
you just need to do 2 points of damage to murder her. So,
Smart kid.
would you like, Oregon Ramsey, would you like to take an attack of opportunity? She crawls into the boat and almost gets to her feet as you respond to her boarding your boat without permission.
I'm gonna
yeah,
scream that I need body parts.
Yeah, I'll use my my tooth and claw and just.
That will hit.
Oh, jeez. I'm afraid to look.
All right.
And go ahead and hit
What's
the
the
word
damage?
tooth and claw, and it'll roll your damage for you. What does it
Ouch.
look like with your empty hand with just the claws? Or are you using your teeth? As you
It
end
should
her.
just be the claws because she's getting on the boat. I don't need to be fancy here. So it's just looks like I haven't cut my fingernails in a very long time. A couple of years, and they're a bit ragged. They're a bit unfriendly, and they go right into her.
As you just bury your fingers into her throat.
Yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle, sputter, sputter. Needless to say, these two guys are not going to get into your boat right now. They are going to swim to their friend's boat.
Excuse me.
One of them didn't make it.
This guy totally swims into the boat and says, "Get on this boat! Get away from that thing!" And this poor guy's paddling and like barely able to keep his head above water, basically. Okay, so the other ship is getting a little more distance. They've managed to turn and they're heading, basically this direction.
How did
they turn without a wheel?
Because they're just freeballing it out there. I mean,
they're just going around in circles now.
Remember, your ship is freeballing it too, so now the two ships just pirouetting away from each other.
Maybe we should get some thralls up here to steer.
Yeah, I think it would be safe now.
Yeah, but they only listen to the captain and the first mate and the bosun.
Yeah.
3 of the 6 officers. So, Terror of the Tempest.
The cook is an officer.
The first mate is standing there, exploded, defiantly putting his hand, warding you away, you specter of evil, clutching an arrow that just appeared in his guts. What do you do?
See, I really want to kill him, but
it probably will not be that difficult.
And I've got other people who can do that, and you know what? I am going to land on this boat here.
Oh, God.
And I am going to manifest.
As your bonus action, you become solid?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And I am going to do this.
Thunderwave.
Oh dear.
Oh. And which square are you in?
I am right
the open
there.
One there?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna suck for everybody, as they're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, because the battering ram wasn't enough for that.
And that's gonna be a which saving throw?
13 Constitution.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh my God! 2 of them made it. So immediately, and what's going to be the damage?
2d8. Do I just have to roll. Okay. That's over here. Get that over here.
I got that one dude rolled double 21s.
Jeez.
So this guy, the one who rolled the 4, he gets exploded and sprayed all over your ship. Because he was the one that got hurt previously. This guy also explodes like a water balloon and is sprayed all over your ship. Obviously, you're working on this whole, look, we've been attacked, we're covered in blood.
Exactly.
This guy is also exploded, cannonball, and sprayed all over the ship. This guy who just got on the boat, he's glad he just got on the boat. And then he's sprayed all over the ocean with his pieces landing in little bits. As this boat has now taken a little more damage. It's still pretty serviceable. You could totally tie a rope to it and keep it if you want it.
The other one's not damaged at all. Well, it kind of is.
Yeah, it got hit with that nice crit shot there.
Yeah.
As you have just made red mist of 4 pirates.
Oh, jeez.
I hate it when I have to get my hands dirty. Because first they have to get solid.
That's just ugly. Oh god, the only guy left is this guy.
Yeah. And we're going to have to
That guy-
steer over to the other boat.
As Mag, what are you doing? As you just heard a huge crack of thunder wave over here, and red rain came over the rail for a few feet.
Laugh hysterically as I look at them turned into a fine pink mist and say, "Good shot." Survey the other boat. Who's still standing on their deck?
The first mate is still defiantly standing there, and he's getting ready to start barking orders.
All
I
right,
didn't
let's
kill
remedy
him.
that.
Don't waste your shot on him though, because he can't be doing too well.
I mean, well, yeah, because we destroyed it, so they're just kind of listing out there.
Uh-huh.
But
Their sails pulling them kind of rando-like. As you just see the rope from the wheel just kind of like dragging as the keel is turning wherever it wants to go in the current.
is there any way I can take a shot at the mast?
Yeah. Let me check to see how much you got to do to a mast for it to even notice the damage. There is a magic number. I mean, you could totally shoot their mast.
Yeah, it's like a nightmare for a boat dragging their mast in the water.
Ooh. There is no more sailing at that point.
No. Well, some of the bigger ones carried spares, but yeah, it's...
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and take your shot. Okay, a 14 will hit. Now, will you roll enough damage for it to even notice it is the question. Damn!
Wow.
Plus the area of effect.
There's just
Yeah, but it's only 5 feet, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, unless they're like hugging the mast, it's probably not going to be doing much.
Still.
Okay, as you totally see the mast take a massive chunk blasted out of it. I mean, there's splinters everywhere around it. The mast is still hanging strong, but it is definitely not going to want to take another couple shots of that.
Everybody, burn this image in your mind. That's what a ship that was attacked by pirates is supposed to look like.
And since it is almost 12:40, I'm going to totally ask you guys, since you are now totally decimating this battle, what is it you do to the pirate's vessel? As basically you've got this by attrition alone, you know.
I would say strip the cannons for one thing.
Yeah. Plunder and sink.
So you're going to
Yeah.
board the ship?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
board the ship.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
take some interesting bodies that we find.
If they got
Well,
cannons, I'd take them if we're able to
Yeah,
transfer
as I
them.
said, strip the cannons off. You know, take the cannons.
They do have 2 more 12-pounders, which you can try to steal.
So we can put fill in that one and then put a bow chaser.
Is there any crew remaining on the ship that want to join our crew?
Does someone want to? I mean, are you going to do that join or die type of pirate thing, or
Well, if
what
they
are you
have to
thinking
die
about there,
anyways.
Captain?
I mean, we do have some food, so they might not have to die if they joined.
No.
Or we could question them. We can ask them if they know about the vessel that we're hunting. I mean, they are
Yeah.
pirates, so why don't we
The light bearer.
question? Yeah, whoever gives us what information we want, they can hop on whatever rowboat is left.
And we'll even give them some food. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, somebody
But
give
first,
me...
I was gonna hit the first mate with chill touch.
So you murder the first mate with a quick chill touch?
Yeah, before we board.
Preserve the organs.
The ones
Let
that
them
have
eat the
shot
first
arrow.
mate.
I didn't do 2 damage. What?
that first mate.
He's a survivor.
But
Okay, so you basically have taken this pirate ship. It is basically out of commission, because by the time you finish it off, it's basically dead in the water. You do make out with, if you want, you don't have to take it. There's 2 tons of coal on the ship. You know, it's coal. They stole it from people. Obviously, their ship doesn't use it, but you know. And 7 illicit alchemical ingredients or poisons. I'll totally leave that up to your options. I mean, you have a bunch of poisoners on the crew, so.
yeah, I'll take the. I don't know about the coal. I mean, that's.
I mean,
I
the
mean, we
coal
could
would make
sell
a
the coal.
great fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let them know we're here.
And the bodies themselves are worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just shove them back in that hole.
Yeah.
Because we are trying to lure the ship in, and the more dead ships out here, I mean, if we set fire to it, it's going to raise a smoke plume that they're going to be able to see for a long distance. And what we can do is try to keep luring them back in with the, the more we kill out here, the more chances we're going to come across pirate hunters.
And as you're scuttling her, someone give me a perception or investigate.
I'll do an investigate. Yeah.
That mighty 9 doesn't turn up anything else.
Before we scuttle, can we try and persuade the crew into telling us about if they came across the light greener?
So somebody give me an intimidation at this point.
Intimidation.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
As he points the cannon at their heads, and the cannon is the size of their heads. And they will totally tell you that yes, they came across her the other day. It was heading north, and basically they will give you great directions to guarantee that you should be putting yourself directly in their return path. They totally thought this was going to be an easy, quick pickings, and maybe that pirates had killed y'all, but they did not expect the dead. The dead. And with that intimidation, I can totally tell you that you can recruit from these people, and they're basically just basic scum pirates. 3 of them will join your crew right now. They don't need to hear deals, bargains, prices. They will gladly join your crew and do whatever the fuck you say, because you obviously are the big dogs of the sea. I mean, you blew their captain up all over the deck.
And I really don't discriminate against the breathing.
Yeah. They do have, there are benefits to it. I mean, because if we need to be doing dealings with people who are alive, it might behoove us to have some people who are, alive.
Kind of look alive. Maybe.
Okay.
This is when you guys need to go buy some oil of agelessness and make sure you bathe in it every day to keep from, decaying.
It'll give the cook something to do.
People to cook for.
Well, we can raid their food storage to make sure we can feed our 3 pirates. But
your food storage could feed them for months.
Okay.
Oh,
so
we could feed the dead pirates to the new pirates.
Ew.
So we have
That's
3 token breathing.
You have 3 breathing pirates who seem to have no qualms with working with you undead. In fact, they see this as a big promotion compared to what they used to do.
Oh, wow. That's a horrible ship.
I mean, these guys come
So
with
we
both
liberated them.
cutlass and pistol.
Nice.
I mean, basically, there's either some extra gunnery or some marines if you want.
Fodder.
Well, I mean, they're a little bit hardier than our just the rambling dead, so they might be a little
Yeah.
bit better in a pinch in a fight. So, and also, if we are still trying to lure, them in, having maybe some live people seem like they need help might be better than just dead bodies. Because that was the thing about this last battle is they only saw the dead. They never saw anything else. So they're little. So hoist the surrender flag. Just something that these might also help. Coming in. So.
Just like to point out that our cargo hold is actually almost full.
And
Wow.
you did manage to, in your very quick, let's loot the place and burn the place, you managed to, I'm assuming you just took the poisons. And
The cannons.
you took the 3 cannons. And you took the 3 pirates.
The
And
coal.
I'm assuming you took the 2 dinghies.
Yeah.
So you now have 3 dinghies. 3 dinghies. And in the cash that you found lying around, it was 19 gold pieces, 160 silver pieces, and 500 copper pieces. These were not wealthy pirates.
Okay, what was that again?
It is 19 gold pieces,
Okay.
160 silver, and 500 copper. As your boat will be weighed down in copper coins. Why must we drowned in pennies?
Well, and now we've got our ballast between the coal and
there's
the
our treasury
copper.
right now.
Nice. So we almost made back what we spent.
And
Almost.
I'm assuming, since you know where the ship is, and you have a burning wreckage, are you wanting to place your boat in the path that they'll be coming back? Because you know they'll totally check on a ship in distress. If they see
Yes.
smoke plumes, they will totally beeline towards that.
Well, especially because the other ship was running a black flag as a pirate. So I think what we should do is fly the Signar.
Signar, yeah.
Signar, yeah, we'll fly that flag. And then what we can do is just kind of hang out to make it seem like we got in the battle with them, but we still got messed up. I think it would be a pretty good trap.
Because, hey, that was the flag you were flying. That's exactly why the pirates came after you
there's
guys.
not enough people to actually man the ship anymore.
Okay, so you guys have set up your ambush. And I'll say that's a good place to wrap it up there, since we played it over, but we had some awesome shit happening, so we had to keep going.
Totally worth it.
So much red mist.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time our first mate will be feeling better.
Hopefully.
As the first mate comes up on deck and just yawns, and it's like, what did I miss, guys?
And he is really going to hate himself for missing this session.
Yeah.
No, I don't know him well, but I know him well enough to know he's really going to hate that he missed it.
Yeah.
We'll leave this picture up so he can just come in and see this as the splash screen.
Is there going to be enough time between now and the ambush to recover spells and shit?
There will be at least a short rest.
Yeah. See, the thing about Warcaster, I recover not a spell, but basically like a focus point every 10 minutes.
Oh.
And basically,
like
first level's 1 focus point, second level's 2, third, So yeah, I recover mine pretty quick, but I blow through them pretty fast too.
Yeah.
And there's never enough. Especially when you get like a steam jack or a
yeah.
Because all of a sudden you're burning those on your guys, saying, "Hey, do this. Hey, do that."
Yeah. Yeah, having them do special things burns focus. Yeah, the focus points too.
Of course, then there's nothing more heartbreaking than watching your Steam Jack get taken to 0.
Hmm.
Then you just build a new one instead of fixing the old one.
Okay.
So good job, guys. You murdered your
Yeah.
first pirates. That's hardly a crime at the open
We
sea.
didn't murder them.
Oh,
No.
the
We
guys on
turned
this
most of
boat.
them into a bloody, pulpy mist.
It was self
No, we
defense.
liberated
Yes.
those 3 pirates from a life of
Yes,
servitude.
yes.
We brought freedom
You're
to the
giving
high
them a
seas
better
today.
life.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I want the captain for parts.
The captain was turned into cannon fodder. So
First mate for parts.
okay.
No. What killed the captain was the arrow through the head.
Yes.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true. So
Yeah,
you
but
both
there wasn't
used
much
that.
left of them to begin with.
Yeah, true. But no, it was their the guy steering the ship that got turned into a fine pink mist.
Yep.
Yeah, and then all these guys over here.
They're all painting the side of your ship.
Like I said, man, who needs a flaming paint job on the side when we got
Yeah.
the real stuff?
Well,
Okay. Well, thank y'all. Have a good
Alrighty,
night.
guys.
Yeah.
Good
Alright.
time. And
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Alright.
2
Have a
weeks.
night, guys.
Yep.
Have
Have a good night.
Night all. It's fun.
Good night.
As you now have a small ecosystem of things living off the smear on the side of the boat. What is that bumping up
good.
against their boat? I don't know, but it's eating the smear.
Have to
Why
clean that.
are there sharks all over the place? Okay.
Consider them pets. Alright, later, guys.
Later.
Good night. Good night.